TLEV fans, let me hear ya howl!
You're tuned in to the TLEV Show on Classical FM, a scholarly news debate with your colleagues.
Oh, come on, man. It's the fun stuff, the nerd news. So grab a popcorn and a soda, crank your stereo to the max, and get ready to enjoy the most tubular show on the radio.
Ooh. Welcome to the TLEV Show. Thank you so much for tuning in, Snoopers. Of course, I'm Thomas, and today we've got quite the panel. As you'll see, we have the daddy who's also a zaddy, Josue.
Bing bang, what about a bing bang?
We also got the reigning champ of the Try Not to Get Scared challenge, Mr. Anthony Zaragoza.
It's a good little prop to have on the set. Thanks for giving that idea.
Where is it?
It's over there in the corner.
And then we've got the mystery couple, Mystery and Missy.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
Snoopers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big show for all of you tonight. We have a lot to dive into, a lot of debates. Remember, the show is about discuss and debate, and we're going to be talking some things that I'm sure a lot of you in the comments will want to join in on the conversation. So here's one thing and one thing only. Let's start with how y'all doing?
I'm chilling, vibing, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
It's been a
chilling.
good week.
yeah.
I'm tired of being tired.
I know, yeah. You haven't been here in a while.
I know.
It's
Two-
been a while
No,
since Missy-
you were the one person I wanted to talk to about the Evan Peters reveal, and then she
And
wasn't
you
here.
weren't
And I was
even here
like,
for that episode.
dang it.
No. Of course, the
You weren't
one episode that was like the one I was looking forward to the most, I couldn't do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Done moved.
You done
moved.
moved.
Bonkers. Dumb beers.
We ready for the docket? Let's bring back celebrity birthdays. Today's birthday is to one
Ooh.
man and one man only, Mr. Jordan Peele. Woo! We all happy that it's his birthday?
I love Jordan Peele, man. That guy makes
Great man.
fantastic films.
Mm-hmm.
Overall,
Peele
great
was
person.
hilarious.
Yeah, there's scissors back there, but I don't want to get out of my seat. But yeah, there's.
Why
Great
don't we
man.
talk a little bit about how Jordan Peele's next film has its first two leads?
Ooh,
Sure
We're jumping straight
does.
to that. Okay, cool.
We're going to jump straight into that. We're going to talk about how Jordan Peele's next horror film, which is coming out July 22nd, 2022. It's a pretty big day. It's going to be Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya, who, of course,
Yeah, baby.
was nominated for Best Actor from Get Out. It's pretty cool to
sir.
see that
He was
he's coming
fantastic in Judas and the Black Messiah too. If you get a chance to watch that film,
I've
I
heard good
I've
things
yet
about
to
Judas
watch
and the
it
Black
now.
Messiah.
it's very good. Yeah, I watched it with my
Oh.
dad, and it will educate you. I think now is a perfect time for this movie to come out.
Nice.
Not even that. The fact that he sounds like Chairman Hampton, and the fact that he does. I mean, he's from London.
Right.
He's from London, and the fact that he has such and like he's able to master the dialect.
Yeah. I mean, just hearing his speeches in the film, dude, you get
Mhm.
goosebumps. Like, it's that good. Like,
Mhm.
if he doesn't get nominated for an Academy Award,
He
the
has to.
Academy's messing up.
He has
I mean,
to.
I think
Well,
in Get Out
look at the first
already,
time.
he proved that he was a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being
In
able,
Get
I
Out, he
mean,
was fantastic.
the whole scene where he's
Black
crying.
Panther, he was
spot.
also
So-
fantastic.
So is this
Yeah.
gonna be like a sequel to Get Out then?
Get
Yeah,
in.
oh,
We don't know. We don't
Get
know
in.
anything about
Get
it.
Get in.
Get in. I just realized my.
No, I'm
logo's in the
excited for that though.
shot.
When I heard that news, man, I was like, oh, dude,
Disgusting.
like because
Disgusting.
Jordan Peele's been killing it in the
Disgusting.
producing game lately. Candyman, obviously, we have not gotten yet, but he produced
Yeah.
that. And he's just been killing it with producing game. So I'm excited to see him get back into his twisted sense of him. If he's gonna be like Tarantino and drop one every like couple years, like I'm down for that. Take your time, write it good, and
Mhm.
give us a
It's like-
masterpiece.
Get Out and Get In is considered one movie because
No,
you have
no,
to
no,
watch
no,
them both at the same time.
It'll be called-
Tarantino.
That's right. It's going to be called Get Over Here. That's what it's going to be called.
Oh,
Is that
You
the
ready?
segue? First of all, it's okay. I guess I'll be the segue. All right, Mortal Kombat trailer came out this week.
yes.
Wait, we never gave Jordan Peele a clap.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
Jordan
you
Peele's
segued
clap.
into
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
so we were just
Segued
like,
out of it.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Come on, that's a tradition. Okay, there, yeah.
Why would you break it?
All right, Mortal Kombat.
Because we were already moving on to his movies. We didn't even
First
talk
off,
about his
before we talk about Mortal Kombat, shout out to that awesome thumbnail made by Thomas.
Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you, Tony. Shout out to Tony, who played Scorpion. And then we have Sub-Zero played by Mystery himself.
I'm just gonna put
Yeah,
a theory
that
out
was
there
in the
that's
movie.
maybe hints at trying not to get scared challenge. Maybe I don't know. Who
No.
knows?
Oh.
But let's talk
going
Mortal Kombat, people.
I'm excited.
I for one, am
Josue and
super excited.
Tony. This is going to be
Yeah,
your,
this is
your
you too.
time.
Josue.
Go for it.
I mean, let me tell you, man, this is the Mortal Kombat movie we deserve.
It looks so good. It looks so good. And
It
I know
looks-
it's just a trailer, and I shouldn't.
Yeah, hold on, boys.
Like, whatever.
It's a trailer, right? It's just a trailer. We
I
can't say
know. It's
the
just
one
a
you
trailer,
deserve.
but it looks
I mean,
so good.
have you seen the
only
one in the
had-
90s though? Anything could be
Yes.
better than that.
Exactly. We only have so many Mortal Kombat movies, which in itself should have many movies because each game just keeps adding on to the story and lore, and each one is like perfect or
Now-
almost perfect, and it's all right. So to have a movie coming out and this, I mean, sure they're making some tweaks here or there. Obviously, one of the big ones being Jax's hands now
And
being taken
Cole.
by Sub-Zero, where before I believe it was Ermac who took him off.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it looks cool. And I was watching, I think it was there's I don't know if it was the director, the people who were creating it were talking about how they were making, these changes just to adapt into the movie. But he's like, they're changes that we respected, and we hope the community can respect the changes that we made. It looks great.
Hmm.
I like the whole idea of the new original character Cole, which I'm hoping
Yeah.
if he's a cool character they add to the games and maybe the next Mortal Kombat game they make or a DLC or something. But now he's officially canon into this world. The biggest question I've been hearing all around this week though is where the hell is Johnny Cage? There's no Johnny Cage in this trailer,
Mhm.
so
I noticed that. I noticed.
I mean, I'm a fan of Johnny Cage. I like his little cocky attitude, but he can back it with his fighting style. But I mean, dude, just watching this trailer alone, I mean, so many references to the game, so many characters that we saw. And I even like at the end where when he kills them and he gets the fatality with his heart and he says Kano wins. I was dying, dude, when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's Mortal Kombat right there, dude.
So the big question, I think, is the question for everyone: will we see DLCs?
I'm hoping with Cole at least. If Cole's a cool character, I would like to play as him in the game. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
that'd be
Mortal Kombat
cool.
10 and 11. So,
Oh no! I'm talking about DLCs from the game coming to
the
the movie.
movie.
oh, I know
Yeah,
everybody's
for
now.
$4.99, you
we
can
had
buy
a-
the next 10 minutes of this movie.
There you go.
we
Get
had
some
a conversation
Leatherface
about
in
that.
there.
Yeah, about you guys were talking about like all the other characters that they brought in that were IPs like Terminator and stuff like that. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's
the biggest thing I
right.
was hearing too is like if this movie, like a lot of fans are hoping that if this movie does good, that they do a crossover with the DC universe since they did make that video game.
Ooh.
That's right, because that was a game. The
And-
Mortal Kombat,
Mortal
DC
Kombat versus
that was
DC Universe.
fun.
It's such a fantastic game in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I
more
like,
importantly, Mortal Kombat versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
bro, and they
Chef
were
kiss.
in Mortal
Chef
Kombat as a
kiss.
DLC, so it could
That's
happen.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We're just gonna see a slice of pizza and then some turtle shells, and then boom, that's how
Little
the movie
Easter
ends.
eggs.
Now, forgive me for my ignorance, but was it Mortal Kombat or Street
Combat with
Fighter?
the K.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Combat with the
But
K.
Shaggy was supposed to be
Oh.
in Mortal
No.
Kombat or Street Fighter. Which one was it?
I never heard of that.
It was a meme. It's the Shaggy meme where Shaggy's literally a god. Like his power levels are over 9,000. It was supposed to be Mortal Kombat, and people were like actually hyping it up, and the people were making other people believe that Shaggy was gonna be
Dude,
in Mortal Kombat.
get the Scooby Gang in Mortal Kombat. That'd be dope.
It was
All
only
right,
gonna be
gang,
Shaggy.
let's kick his butt.
But all right, before we go
Shout
even
out to the
further,
chat.
shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody who's
Shout out
here.
to everybody.
Shout out to the producer.
Shout out to the producer. Quick
who's
shout
doing
out.
all this right now. Now let's dive into something that we were supposed to touch at the beginning, but we got a little carried away. There's this movement currently going on in the parks, and it's called the hashtag Ready to Ride Safely movement that's going on in California. Now,
Yes, sir.
apparently this has been going on for months, but started to pick up some traction again. Knott's Berry Farm was like, I'm hashtag ready to ride safely. They had posted this little sheet, and it was like trying to get Governor Gavin Newsom of California to now
Open
make
the
parks
parks?
open again, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know if it's. I mean, the timing was pretty close, so I think the two might correlate, or there might be some causation. But Six Flags recently announced that they are opening spring 2021.
Mhm.
That was ballsy.
And a lot of people are speculating May because a Six Flags park is opening up in May. One of their, I think it's the one in Texas, is opening up in May.
It's gonna be May.
So,
I saw
I
May
think- be May.
21st, but
oh,
I think
May
if any
21st,
two
that's a
parks
good
can
day.
big
do
big
it,
day that is, huh?
That's a very big day. We'll talk
if
about
any
that
two
day a
parks
little
can
bit.
do it, it's Knott's and Six Flags because majority of the rides are all outdoors.
that's what
So
I was
that so
saying.
is that what they're trying to like get around is because their rides are outdoors?
what
I mean, I mean,
And-
okay. I've always kind of like, okay, why can we go into a Walmart but we can't eat in a restaurant? Like,
Well, why can you go do the festivals like Boysenberry and stuff like that, but you can't go on the rides?
exactly. It's like,
I mean,
I don't.
yeah,
It's an
Yeah.
interesting concept, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, these parks overseas and other states clearly proven they can follow guidelines. They can disinfect. I mean, I've seen Disney how they do it on their rides, and
Well,
they clearly
out
can
of-
prove it.
Out of all the amusement parks, I think Six Flags like little guidelines is the most like impressive and most
Remember,
yeah, like go ahead, Thomas.
it's almost been a year. It's almost been a year since Six Flags released its guidelines of return. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we've done all this, and we're all ready. We're excited. Now, I mean, there's a joke to be said about Six Flags, where the fact that Six Flags will announce that a ride will open in spring and it won't really open until fall. So maybe
Oh,
that's
what a
what they're
meme.
saying. Maybe they're
a
saying
meme.
that Six Flags is going to open in spring 2021, but actually open in fall 21. But no, all jokes aside about Six Flags, we love Six Flags. We
Yes.
always appreciate going to Six Flags. We would love to go back to Six Flags, not just driving through Six Flags, but
Just still an awesome experience.
I
Be
don't
able to
like Six
go
Flags.
through an amusement park in
Oh
your
yeah,
car.
that was
Pretty bonkers.
pretty bonkers.
Thomas,
I think this was a horrible PR idea for Six
Ooh.
Flags.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Six Flags.
You don't like Six Flags because you're
I
too
don't.
tall,
I don't
right?
fit on anything. So
Oh,
that's why I mean, and I've
wow.
never been like. I think the only reason I'd go is for Fright Fest, and I've not yet to do that yet. So
Yeah, well, we're not gonna say actually much about that, but yeah.
So
Oh, I'll keep
my-
it.
West Coast Racers, my only experience
Yeah.
Six Flags. West Coast Racers.
So yes, maybe I'm a little biased because I haven't ridden West Coast Racers yet, but I think
Phenomenal.
Six Flags making this, and I'm about to pick up my lawyer pen, right? So I'm talking lawyer stuff now.
Ooh.
The fact that they made this announcement before anything, before absolutely anyone decided that they were going to, even before the governor was like, yeah, you're good, you're good. There's lobbyists right now that are trying to get this movement to work, and apparently the California theme parks, like the presidents of all the theme parks, they of course they want their businesses to open again, right? That's their moneymaker, right? Currently, they're not making money. They're only making fractions of the dollar with the fact that they have
did they just announce an event recently too? They're doing like a car event.
Yeah, it's a West Coast Racer event. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Just do those.
West
that's
Coast
cool,
Racers,
right?
man.
Well, I mean,
Ridiculous.
you can keep doing it, but the problem is it's not enough money coming in.
No,
from
they're
it.
not. No, and if that's what they want to do, fine. But don't announce that you're going to be opening rides in spring. Spring is in a month. Spring is in a month, and only like 3% of California, only 7.3 million people of a state that has way more than that. California has like what, 37 million? We have a huge amount of people in California. It's sure 7.3 million, that's great, but that's not nearly enough. Purple tier still for LA. There's still purple tier for Orange. And yes, they want to raise the bar a little bit, but I think this movement is great. It's fine, but it's making announcements, that's just reckless.
Am I the only one that wants movie theaters open before theme parks? Like, I would much rather take the movie theaters like any
Yeah, I
day.
know. I agree. I think-
I want to go
And-
back and eat popcorn and have a nice
and
big
you know-
soda.
And you know what? I think I'd feel safer inside of a movie theater auditorium than I would
Yeah,
at a
theme
theme
park.
park.
I've been through a movie theater in the pandemic, and it's completely safe. Like when I was in Arizona, like I went to two. I went one in the very early morning matinee showing for Tenet. There was like 3 people in it. Me, Sammy, and another person.
Still haven't
don't
seen
know.
Tenet.
And Arizona, and that's saying a lot for Arizona because they don't care over there.
I don't know, man. I remember walking through the steps of the stairs of the theater and just.
Jake Stewart says
Okay,
movie
but
yeah,
theaters
I have
are
carpets.
Jake Stewart says movie theaters are opening up in San Diego tomorrow.
In San Diego.
I guess I gotta go to San Diego now to see.
But
Dang.
here's my thing.
Make a trip out of it.
Isn't
There you go.
Six Flags currently a vaccination area?
It is. It is.
So would that mean
that would scare me even more because that means COVID's literally coming to
So-
Six Flags.
Exactly.
bingo?
you're-
So
you're-
what does
you're
that
afraid of the
mean?
squishy
Like,
stuff
are they gonna?
At the theaters, that's not COVID. You know what I'm saying? That's just syrup and butter
exactly.
and all that.
What I
nasty
mean is
stuff.
they never
I don't-
cleaned that. Why would they clean COVID now?
Well, I mean, they've had enough
Well,
time to clean it now,
that-
and a lot of majority
yeah.
of theaters are going to carpet now. So
Mhm. And then they've
Yeah,
been
I don't know,
saying
it's
that,
interesting.
especially like AMC, they're saying that they were changing the ventilation system to be like hospital grade.
AMC is hurting,
AMC just
bro.
open, dude.
AMC.
Like I live right down the street from one. I used to go there like twice a week. Come on, I'll
So
give
who's
you all
got
the
stock in
money my
AMC? Yo, shout out chat. Who's got stock in AMC?
I do.
pocket. I don't.
Do
I
you?
don't do stock market.
Well, I got
Should.
Did you get
Yeah.
GME?
no, not in time. Sadly,
Do you
I
have
got this knife.
Dogecoin?
yes.
Do we have to now? Do I have to? Okay, first, okay, okay. As the channel lawyer, please do not brandish weapons in front of the audience. And also, as the channel lawyer, we are not advising about stocks.
Oh no, I'm not.
just
I
because-
did
Take
not.
all your money
No,
invested in Dogecoin.
But Six Flags stocks are going up somehow. But
To the moon. We're gonna take it to the moon.
Anyway, I think it was reckless of Six Flags to do this. All this did was just get everybody's hopes up. And what happens when they can't deliver, huh?
okay, but so okay. They released this, right?
Yes, it did.
And so does that mean there's really nothing's been said? Like, because so people are theorizing this, right? And people, as in like other YouTubers and stuff like that, are saying, okay, Six Flags is the first to say this. We would expect in the next couple of weeks that other theme parks will say the same thing. So is this like a rebellion, revolt
Oh,
against
shit.
the governor to stir up like people getting excited and then they announce sorry it can't happen?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't-
Miles in the corner.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yes,
so
baby Miles is in the corner.
yeah, baby Miles is he's in Zaddy's corner. He's ready.
No,
all that.
Tim. So what you're saying is rebellions are built on hope?
that's what they're hoping, bro.
Yeah.
Storm Riser.
That's
Just-
interesting.
just
It's
turn it
really
on.
But we
interesting.
don't know if there might be like a thing where theme parks might be. able
But
to
wouldn't the
open.
governor have
Wait,
said something?
it's
Maybe.
like right here.
I think that like all of the theme parks got together and they're like, "You go, you first, you first."
Yeah, exactly.
You first,
Oh, they
go.
said Six
Yeah.
Flags
That's what I'm
first.
saying. That's what I'm
Go in
saying
first.
about this movement, Missy. That's what I'm saying. Like this was like all the theme parks came together. They're like, I'm hashtag ready to ride safely. How about you? And then
Yeah.
it's like people are
And Six
like,
Flags like, yeah, I'll do it. And
I'll
then
ride
everyone's
safely the minute Six Flags updates the ride.
Well,
Shit on them.
Everybody's like,
Have
"No, no,
fun
no,
with that
no,
one."
that one."
Man,
Six Flags out here like you double dare me.
Double dare me.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
oh my gosh.
I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll do it.
Oh gosh. There's so many references I can make, but we ain't turning this to no, never mind. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
What? No.
Nothing.
The only Emmy here is Miles. All right.
yes,
So
yes.
let's talk Cruella.
Ooh.
There's really no way to transition to that. So let's talk Cruella.
The devious theme parks go.
Yes. Oh, devilish. Speaking of devilish things in May, let's talk Cruella, where we're going to be seeing an origin story of Cruella de Vil.
Okay.
It's coming May 28th. Hasn't been announced if it's going to be in theaters or if it's going to be on Disney Plus. So before we talk a little bit about the story, the trailer, what I'm thinking, and you guys can, chime in. I'm thinking that means Disney is waiting for May to be when they open up the theaters again, when they, maybe Six Flags opens in May. And that's why, Black Widow is still slated for May.
That film.
It's gonna be May.
May is a
There.
big month.
Yeah.
I forgot all about Black Widow, dude. Like that's how much that's why I
To
always
this
said,
point, just drop it. Just
Yeah.
drop
yeah,
it.
that's why I always said like I understand.
Just like Black Widow.
You're not gonna make the same amount of money you make in theaters. I understand that.
Wow.
That was
Like, I just want to.
that was
cheap.
mean.
That's cheap.
Oh,
What did I do?
you're going
Not
to
you, it's Thomas.
HE double hockey sticks for that
Wait,
one,
what did he
Thomas.
do?
Damn.
What did you do?
We
Just
said
drop
just
Black
drop
Widow
it.
like they did in Endgame.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you are going to hell.
it
No, I
was
just,
Agatha.
I mean, HBO seems to have a good system.
Boy,
Yeah,
we did not
working.
say spoilers yet. Don't you dare
Sorry.
be spoiling things yet.
HBO has a good thing going with them so far. I mean, I've
Yeah.
enjoyed every release besides Wonder Woman. I've enjoyed every release that's been released yet. I mean, I saw
Yeah.
that Jared Leto film
Yeah,
that
all
came
the
out, which
things,
was
all
Oh,
the little
really?
things.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Tom and Jerry
Very
drops this week. I'm gonna watch that.
Yo,
So-
has anybody seen The Taking of Deborah Logan?
No.
The what?
No.
Say it again.
The Taking of Deborah Logan?
No.
No? Watch it. The old lady at the end of the movie looks exactly like Jared Leto in that movie.
Probably is.
Okay, back to Cruella.
Back to
Oh,
Cruella.
Cruella.
But anyway,
So
Yeah.
this is gonna be our first debate. Josue,
mhm.
Tim, and I all agreed that we're getting major Joker vibes from it. And Tony, you said you didn't see it.
I guess I'm just not really a fan of like this kind of stuff. So it's like I didn't really. I mean, I saw then Boss Logic put up a Harley Quinn picture.
So okay, that
he
all
made.
that all that was missing from the trailer is for Emma Stone to turn around and say, "We live in society, eh, Batman?"
I guess I didn't really. I don't know.
I see Cruella as being the next big like Harley Quinn kind of thing.
Thanos.
where Cruella is going to be everywhere. It's going to be every single Halloween costume is going to be Cruella, and then there's going to be a Cruella 2, a
No,
Cruella
dude,
something else, and then whatever other stories are in that movie are gonna.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the next Maleficent.
Yeah. Oh, or there you go. That's a better. Now, here's the thing that I heard people saying: is this a connection, or like, is this starting off for their new Kingdom Keepers show that they'll be releasing?
Oh, is that the
Oh,
book you're reading?
that's the books I'm reading. If you guys have never read
What's
Kingdom Keepers, Kingdom Keepers is all about these kids who are turned into like holograms of the park, and
The
they're
Disney parks.
so basically when they fall
They're
asleep.
turned into
No. So
holograms?
listen. When they fall asleep, when they fall asleep. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's a long story.
Isn't it?
Disney pushes through this idea of bringing young kid holograms into the park to show around the park. So there's a couple of kids that are hired.
Oh,
They're hired to do it.
oh.
Oh, I've seen that movie. It's Ready Player One.
Basically.
Ouch.
So, but here's the thing:
Ouch.
when they fall asleep, they somehow enter their hologram bodies, so they're in the parks. But there's a problem.
Oh,
There's
it's
a-
Avatar?
The reason they're doing the reason
more
that's
than that.
happening is because Maleficent and all the evil gang is trying to take over Disneyland. But this is Walt Disney
It's
World.
freaking Night at the Museum.
So it's Night of the Museum, but Disney style. So the rides come to life. Everything comes to life.
So it's Night at the Museum.
Night of
Ready
the-
Player One.
Avatar,
Avatar.
Ready
It's
Player
Ready
One.
Player One.
And
And
Dark
Kingdom
Harbor.
Hearts.
Oh my god. I saw that. That was like, what if at the end of Cruella, Maleficent goes, I want to talk to you about the Kingdom Hearts. And I was
Dude.
like, oh.
No, she's gonna be
Kingdom
like, I want to
Hearts,
talk to you about the
oh.
Avengers Initiative, and then boom.
I said Kingdom Keepers, not but Kingdom
But that
Hearts.
doesn't make-
They might make
but
that
that
a
doesn't-
show. That'd be crazy.
Yes, but that
I'd
wouldn't
be-
make sense.
you know what? Oh, but
Wait,
just
hold on. Why would your idea make more sense than mine? First of all, Kingdom Keepers is all about animatronics going
no,
crazy.
no.
Mine's about a
Kingdom-
Oh,
video
Willy's
game.
Wonderland.
Listen,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that movie slapped, dude.
Kingdom
Hell yeah.
Keepers has already been
Freebird.
pushed through for as a show. They've already announced it that there's a show. Have you not seen
I would actually be interested in seeing
podcast
that.
where he was going in for becoming the director of the show and he didn't get it?
Evan Smith,
Who's-
right? Yeah, and he didn't get it.
Kevin Smith, like
Yeah, for Kingdom
The
Keepers. Yes,
Kevin
Kevin Smith.
The
Yes,
Kevin
the
Smith.
Kevin
I don't
Smith.
see him
Interesting.
directing anything from Disney. He's too
Same.
violent, dude.
That-
He
yes,
was-
that's what. Well,
right,
that's what he
but
talked
that's
about.
why
that
he
wasn't
didn't.
going to do it.
He wanted a lot for the show, but they didn't want to go the same route.
So now he's
So I
doing
don't know
He-Man.
who's behind it now. I don't think they
Oh,
announced
he's
it.
doing
They
a
should-
He-Man?
They should,
is.
is he really? Oh, dude, Kevin
He's on
Smith He-Man
Netflix.
movie. I'm so watching it.
Oh, there's gonna be a
Is
series.
Skeletor's gonna come out smoking, bro?
I mean, he had something to do with the involvement of Ben Affleck's Daredevil. He produced
Yeah,
it.
well, so Kevin Smith is doing this whole series for Netflix and is working directly with Mattel, and they're making all these little action figures, and
Oh,
it's
hell
like,
yeah, dude. That's gonna
and
slap.
Bear McCreary is doing the music.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna review that on this podcast.
Oh hell yeah, we will.
Yeah, dude, I'll watch that.
We'll
Anyway.
even try and get Kevin Smith on the podcast for that. How about
Dude,
that?
if you do, like, I would love you forever.
That'd be crazy. We go down to Scum and Villainy.
I'd be
for
like,
it?
hey, you know, Kevin Smith, you do like 7 podcasts. I do like 7 podcasts. Let's make it 8, buddy.
All right. Speaking, why don't we talk a little bit about the fact that when we're on the topic of superhero, because he's done a lot of work for CW, Supergirl has been cast in The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
No one's.
The
I thought you were super excited about this.
Well, you said CW, so you got me confused. You mean the movie, The Flashpoint with
Yes,
Ezra Miller?
Yes.
I'm very excited
Yes.
about this. It's
So-
going to be Sasha. What's it called? Callie.
Her name
Sacha
is I think
Baron
it's Sasha
Cohen.
Cal. Yeah, Sasha Baron Cohen. No,
She's the
Sasha
first Latina to
Cal-
portray the role, and I
Cal-
couldn't be more proud.
Supergirl's not related to Superman, right?
Yeah, she is. They're cousins.
She's Zor-El.
Oh, they're
No.
cousins. Oh.
Kar-El?
Kara Zor-El.
Or Zor-El, yeah.
No, I believe it's Cars 2.
I mean, hey, I'm all for
That
it.
movie
I
wasn't
just,
good. We don't talk about that movie.
I want to know how they're gonna explain it. That's all.
Well, if they're gonna be doing Flashpoint,
Okay.
Yeah, so to recap, we have Michael Keaton reprising as Batman.
Ben Affleck,
Ben Affleck reprising as Batman. We have
Gal Gadot, maybe.
and now we've got Supergirl. And
I just think, I mean, Flashpoint to me, and
To
I'm gonna bag on
confirm
DC for a little bit.
DC.
Flashpoint to me was always DC's reset button.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they've done
exactly.
Flashpoint like 3
after that,
times
right?
now. They're doing it again right now in like another
Yeah.
universe. It was like, you guys, this is like, you realize your DC movies aren't going, so it's like, hey, reset. Because the director actually came out and said it's gonna be Flashpoint, or it's gonna be like that. He goes, a lot of the characters, it's gonna be a reset, but a lot of people are gonna, like, Flash will remember a lot of what happened prior to that reset.
This is how I see it. DC's like, all right, we're gonna do Flashpoint. This is gonna be amazing, right? And then somehow, they're thinking about it, and then Disney announces the multiverse for Marvel, and they're just like, oh shit. Now
Well, I mean,
let's have our falling again.
me personally, I think, like, and I love Marvel's multiverse, but I think DC was like the one who's like, that's their foundation of their
I know.
right there.
I know, but it seems like because they have so much to come back for right now, DC, as in like their movies wise. So it's like you're going
They have to
DC
decide in the
Flashpoint
universe
versus
first.
Marvel multiverse, which because you know it's always going to be compared, right? So I see it as that it's going to be
I've
again.
always liked the Flashpoint storyline. I just don't know how they're gonna do it without Cyborg. Because
They're not bringing him in.
they wrote him out.
No.
They wrote him out because of the whole Ray Fisher stuff, but I
Oh.
won't get into that.
And
But
that is fudged up.
but yeah, I mean, Cyborg has a major role in Flashpoint, so I don't know how they're gonna do it
Mhm.
without him. I mean, and I'm kind of confused about the
Well,
whole Batman thing
yeah.
too, because Michael Keaton looks like he's playing 89 Batman, and Ben Affleck's playing Batman, but in Flashpoint it was Thomas Wayne as Batman, and it's like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, you better
Doesn't
you
matter.
directed it, so you better blow me away.
It doesn't matter. It
Will
doesn't
Jeffrey D.
matter
Morgan
till
come
I'm
back? Because
ready.
isn't he?
Oh, I'm excited.
That would be
I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
surprise if
he's
Jeffrey
Batman's
Jeffrey
dad.
Morgan
Yeah,
comes back.
he's
He's like,
Thomas
hey,
Wayne.
so
you guys didn't know I was here or what? You gotta do a lean when you do
And I
Jeffrey D.
made him
Morgan.
spaghetti.
Yeah, that'd be
Against the grain, kid.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan
Against
plays the
grain.
same character in everything he's in. If you watch Rampage, he's always like, what? You didn't know about the
Supernatural.
30-foot wolf?
Supernatural. He does not play the same Negan style character in
Well, that was before. I mean, I'm saying everything
That's
after
true. Oh,
Negan. He's been
post-Negan.
playing. He's been playing like, if you- like I said, watch Rampage when he. What? You guys didn't see the other about 30-foot wolf?
So Jake Stewart in the comments is saying, have you guys seen the cast for Doctor Strange yet?
yes.
They released that?
I don't want to believe
Wanda's in it. That's
Wanda's
all I
in
know.
it. That's for
Wanda's
sure.
in it.
I know. Oh, speaking of that, whatchamacallit's coming. But Danny Elfman's gonna do the score for that.
I did.
That's right.
yeah,
That's
I
right.
sent that in, dude. That's awesome.
Sam
Yeah, 'cause-
Raimi and Danny Elfman. Oh,
Working again.
Someone
together.
say
Hell,
Boingo Boingo
yeah.
multiverse
So you know
reunion.
it's gonna slap.
You're gonna get, dude. You're gonna get such a like an old Tobey Maguire Spider-Man feel, dude. Like I have a feeling it's gonna be so it's gonna be perfect because it's like I think what's gonna happen is like when it shows each character fighting or something like that, it's gonna change up the music to go with
Thomas just had an
whatever
emo
movies you
Spider-Man
like.
moment.
That's how I see it.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of that scene, though, I saw an interpretation of that scene that I really, really liked. That made me see it from a whole other perspective. That yeah, it's supposed to be dorky because that's what
Peter
a nerd
Parker.
like Peter Parker would think is cool. Like
That-
I
yeah.
was like, oh yeah.
Everybody
No,
doesn't
don't
like
try-
that
don't
movie.
try to
I
save it.
like that
Don't try to
movie.
save
Like,
it.
It
I
was
like
asked for a
Sandman.
reason.
Sandman look cool.
Don't save it. Don't save it. Don't. Look.
It's like when everyone tries
I
to
think
explain
that was
Phantom
cool.
Menace, you know? Oh, you without Phantom Menace, you know?
Oh, that's your Dave Filoni.
Dave
That's your Dave
Filoni,
Filoni.
No, that movie
God
was just
bless.
bad.
Look,
The
Dave,
Duel of the
Dave
Fates.
Filoni.
The Duel of the
Dave
Fates,
Filoni
he
has done
starts
nothing wrong
everything.
except for one thing, and that's the Inquisitor helicopter lightsabers. All right, that was complete bullshit. All right, and I'm sorry I dropped that, but Dave Filoni, we have to talk about that.
Come on the
Talk about
podcast.
okay, yeah, talk
I
about
like
Dave
Chris
Filoni.
Killian
Talk about him right
from-
now. Let's hear him. Let's
No,
hear him.
I'll take too
Comic
long.
book doctor.
They're whack.
All right.
Helicopter
All right.
lightsabers.
Oh yeah, so
shouldn't be a thing.
Supergirl being a Latina, I think that's awesome, and I
Yes.
hope she does.
Fucking
I hope she knocks the role out of
Yeah.
the park and proves everyone wrong.
So continuing with
Kidding.
the Snyderverse, the Snyder Cut is going to drop worldwide now on March 18th. So it's not just going to be on HBO Max
Yeah.
and in American theaters, but it's also going to be an entire world. They're going to have the
Wait,
digital.
What time?
they confirmed it was going to come out in theaters.
Yeah.
No idea.
What time zone?
Mm.
Can I get a
'Cause, like-
VPN and watch it earlier?
Wait,
Exactly,
hold on,
yeah,
hold
that's
on.
what I'm
Get
saying.
step it
Yeah.
back just a little bit. They confirmed this was coming out in theaters.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what they
They
said.
confirmed
right?
it's.
I thought it was
Wait.
just HBO Max exclusive, and that's
No,
why
I thought
they
it was
couldn't.
in theaters
they-
and HBO Max.
I don't think it's in theaters.
No,
man.
this one's just
okay, so
HBO
it's
Max.
just a worldwide
But
drop
I
on
think
HBO Max.
What it was because overseas they don't
check.
really have
I got
HBO
you.
Max, so
Alright.
they figured out a theater at home kind of renting process so they can get it.
All
I
right.
got you. Don't even trip. What's this
Got
called?
you. It's called
Justice League.
Justice League, Flashpoint Paradox.
All right.
Snyder
Well,
Cut.
while Josue looks that up, continuing with Snyder news, Army of the Dead just released a pretty cool poster. It's really showing the vibes that this is Ocean's
stoked.
11 meets every zombie
Dawn of the
flick
Dead.
you could, yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
War
It's
Z.
coming out May
Zombie.
21st, a pretty cool day.
What movie?
And
Dude, that made my
Dead.
son cry.
Batista,
That made my
man.
son throw up.
Batista.
You can't see
Yeah,
Batista in that
exactly-
trailer. He's
exactly.
invisible.
Zack Snyder, stop making my son throw up, please. Where's
Dude,
the Miles?
I think you people will get a trailer drop this week. Then
we're getting a trailer drop Thursday, I believe,
we're talking about that
or
next
Tuesday.
Week.
Mhm. Oh, we will.
So-
Oh, we will.
Can't wait
Justice
for that one.
League is March 18, 2021, releasing
Mhm.
worldwide on streaming service HBO Max. As of right now, there is no word on whether it is going to be out in theaters. But
heard they're gonna be-
expect it-
A black and white version of it too.
Why?
I'm not a fan of those though. I really ain't. Like they did the same thing with Mad Max, and I just and Logan, and I just don't
remember
like
that.
that black and white. I don't like it.
Don't.
Well,
Not
like
for you.
Jake Stewart's pointing. Did you guys hear about the Harry Potter series or whatever?
I mean,
I'm
there's
gonna
no
HBO.
yes,
updates.
I have heard of that.
That was rumored.
There's no updates. It's just
There-
they're
it's-
literally it's an idea.
It's there was an idea.
There was an
It's a
idea.
speck of an idea of a thought.
I thought last I had heard
I'm
they
joking.
agreed that they were gonna do something, but they haven't said what yet. They're like, it's gonna be Harry Potter, it's gonna be a show.
But we're gonna
That's
call
all
it
we got.
something else.
I just want the game already. Give me the game.
Yeah, Jalen wants them to do one episode per chapter of every Harry Potter book.
It's pre-Harry though.
Oh, it's
It's
pre-Harry,
pre-Harry.
so
but
it's
it's
shade.
pre-Harry.
It'll be like the
Get it?
origin
So
story of
Grindelwald is
Hogwarts.
Grindelwald gonna be the bad
No.
guy?
That's such a
So
good
this will
show.
be like the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones where they didn't have no books to go off. They
It's
just
pre-Harry,
pull it out of their
so
butt.
it's shaved.
Oh my god.
It's double actually.
I just
Oh,
want the video
perfect.
game. Just give me the video game already so I can go.
No, give me that Star Wars video game. That open
Like I
world
said,
Star
when
Wars
that
video game.
when that
No, Tim, you're
that-
talking about Lego Star Wars.
Oh, I pre-ordered it, dude. I pre-ordered it.
Speaking of Star Wars, why don't we talk about how Mr. Ewan McGregor is getting swole AF?
Yo,
God
Daddy one,
damn!
Daddy one.
Did someone
Look
say
at
Danny
those
Torrance?
arms.
Wait,
Oh my God.
can the producer throw up a Miles approved? 'Cause,
Miles
yo,
approved.
Very
Yes,
nice.
Miles approves of that for sure.
Yeah,
Drip.
right.
Drip.
God
Look at Danny
damn.
Torrance looking. So this is what happened after he died in The Shining. He went
This
to the
is what
forest.
happens when you sober up. You become a freaking monster.
No. This is what happens when you're abandoned on a desert planet and you have to watch over a kid. What do you do in the meantime? You get freaking swole. That's what you
So
do.
okay, wait. So
The
There's
show
that
starts
pic-
with the Rocky
there's that-
montage.
there's that picture, right? Like that poster or whatever of him with this like little kid. Like, have you
Was that
seen
made by
that?
Boss Logic?
That's
probably made by
that's
Boss
not
Logic.
real, right?
I mean, and it's funny we only go straight to Boss Logic because that's the guy who creates everything.
He's so
Because
cool.
it's
Or they. Sorry, I'm not.
I
gonna
mean I don't know
assume
what the
pronouns.
storyline of this show is gonna be, but so he's like watching over an orphan or something
Again,
again.
another one.
There's only one orphan he's watching.
No, but
But do you see the
Mando-
picture? No.
Because like Mando watching, holding.
Also, Anakin.
Mando was
sorta-
Mando.
I'm
holding-
confused.
Anakin is sort of. Let's be honest.
I'm
Anakin
confused
sort of
too now.
becomes an orphan. Okay, let's be real. all
Yeah,
right?
Anakin does become an orphan.
So then two orphans. So he's
Yeah.
watching over another orphan now.
yes.
I mean,
But
do you-
show
But
wise,
what is this?
I
show-
mean, technically no, because Luke has an aunt and uncle.
yeah. I'm.
But
Why
that little
wouldn't
kid-
the show be Luke?
I'm talking about the boss logic picture, right?
Yes, it should be Luke. That's Luke.
Is that supposed to be Luke?
Why
Do we have
wouldn't
a
it
picture?
be Luke?
Can you
It's supposed
send
to
me
be
that
after
picture,
episode 3
Mystery?
where
Okay.
Vader's already Vader.
guess-
so
I
Send it in
guess.
the group chat.
I
Send it in
guess.
the group chat and let me see.
I
Is that
guess
the
it's
like
supposed to be.
one of many photos you tried to send yesterday that I couldn't see at all?
Oh yeah, that was funny yesterday.
Did
Yeah,
you
one of them was because
You-
after
you're the
we
one who
decided that
showed
you were
me.
going to be
Found it.
Scorpion
Just look up boss
and
logic.
Mystery was going to be Sub-Zero. It was like this animation of you two getting beers, and it was like brutality.
I was like, I don't know what you guys are reacting to. I can't see nothing.
That was, yeah, well,
But yes, Ewan
that means you can
McGregor,
see something.
big boy now.
Ewan McGregor. Why we
He's gonna be so
Gosh.
swole.
He was. If you ever want to see something like really good acting chops in him, watch his season of Fargo. He was part of. It was so phenomenal.
No, if you want to see good acting chops, you watch Moulin Rouge. God damn, that guy can sing. Oh my goodness. The range. And then if you want to be really disappointed, you watch Beauty and the Beast.
I liked Beauty and the Beast.
No, you can't say that.
1994
even
version?
s-
Yeah. but
No, you
not
can't
before.
even
No,
say
no,
that.
no,
That
you
was a good
can't.
Guys,
adaptation.
I
of
think
that.
I think you can say it because he is
Let's
French.
debate.
So
Ewan McGregor owns Be Our Guest, all right? Whoever sang Be Our Guest before,
Yeah, it's like throw him out of the window, man.
Ewan McGregor
Damn.
made that
Josue,
song.
we're gonna rain fire on you,
My
bro.
ears. My ears.
Here's
Uh,
Thomas's issue. It's like it's a
Because you
whole.
can't hear beauty, Thomas?
even-
Is that why? Because you can't hear the beauty of Ewan McGregor's voice?
You're telling me an Irishman singing with a terrible French accent
Hell yeah,
is magnificent. All right.
beautiful
Magnificent.
masterpiece.
It's just as good as Liam Neeson in where he's the Russian submarine captain.
No, not Liam Neeson. Sean Connery.
Yeah,
in,
Sean
Red
Connery.
October. Yes.
Oh wait, Ewan McGregor was in the
You're
first.
talking about Sean Connery now?
Wait, no,
Oh,
no.
As a Russian.
R.I.P.
Oh, he
Rest
was in Harley Quinn's movie. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, do
Oh,
what you're
who's
told.
having a good time?
Go
That was
do
a
what you're
good one.
told.
Do what you're told. All right. Gosh. Continuing with Disney Plus news, how about
my
the
God.
fact that The Punisher and Jessica Jones rights are now back with Marvel Studios?
Right there.
Yeah.
Never
It's
finished
all
both of
coming
them, but that's
together.
pretty cool.
It's all coming together, all right? Daredevil's back. Jessica
It's
Jones
all
and Punisher
part
are
of the
back.
plan.
Are we waiting on Luke Cage and Iron Fist?
No, they were already back.
Perfect.
Next-
There you go. Defenders come back. They come back.
Next
We're gonna-
D23 will be
We're
the
gonna
announcement
open
of
up
my
a
jellies.
darker side of Marvel. It's gonna be called the Marvel Knights. We're bringing that out again. I missed that. Bring it
Do you
back.
set your own
Marvel.
jellies, Thomas?
I don't.
Do you not remember Marvel Knights? Are you too young for that?
Sorry. I don't.
Who, me or
You're older than
Thomas?
me, actually. So
Yes.
I say the shows are going to be announced D23 next year.
or this year.
Or wait, when is D23?
Thomas?
Summertime usually, isn't it?
D23 is supposed to be next year. It's not happening.
Yeah,
this year.
next year. Okay. So next
Is
year.
it every other year?
I'll call up some shareholders. We'll have it this year.
So that next year.
I'll call.
Adam
Again,
has a question.
No advice of stocks or of shares or anything.
No. We're not real.
All right.
We're not good with that.
We're not real.
Not
Buy
real.
your stocks in
But
waffles.
Let's talk rumors. How about the fact that Fantastic Four, apparently there's a rumor. This was like, it broke yesterday and
No.
just as quickly
No.
as it broke,
No.
it went down.
I'm with Josue
No.
on this one.
Jennifer
No.
Lawrence
I don't know.
plays
No.
Susan
No.
Storm.
No.
No.
Isn't she supposed to?
No.
Isn't she already an X-Men?
Yeah, but she dies. I mean, spoilers,
WTF?
sorry.
So
She
she comes
dies.
back as.
Oh yeah. Sorry, spoilers.
Ooh.
It's literally.
Yeah, I think
in
she
the
died. She
trailer
died
of
in Apocalypse. Yeah, she
no,
does
not
die.
Apocalypse. Dark
She
Phoenix.
dies in Apocalypse?
Dark Phoenix.
No, Dark
Phoenix,
Dark
she dies.
Phoenix.
I don't remember that.
Because Dark Phoenix kills.
You know
her.
why you don't
I don't
remember it? Because
know.
they freaking messed that movie up because they knew
Yeah,
they
no,
were bought
like
by
the
Disney. That's
first,
why you
like,
don't
20
remember
The
it.
only thing I remember of that movie is that really disgusting scene of one of my favorite X-Men, Nightcrawler, in the train, and that's about it.
Yes, that is that movie. Yes.
That's all I remember.
Is it the
Wow.
same movie where Evan Peters gets his leg messed up and he can't be Quicksilver?
Yes, that's like so you can't be in it.
In the first three,
But like he's
right?
like, I got some American Horror Story to film, so can we make this
exactly
quick?
So he's because he's I guess who's it's the same director who did the original X-Men.
Bryan Singer.
Who
Bryan Singer.
That guy's cancel culture. We don't talk about him.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bryan
hey,
Singer.
He did the original X-Men.
The first
Bryan
X-Men,
Singer.
yeah.
no, who did X-Men
First
Last
Class?
Stand.
First
X-Men
Class?
Last Stand.
It was Bryan
Same
Singer.
director. Was Bryan Singer? Okay, so
Yeah.
screw that guy.
Yeah.
He must have watched Joss Whedon, also screw that guy, doing the scene where the Flash is running and Superman's looking, because that's what Quicksilver is like running on the broken pieces of wood, and then Dark Phoenix just goes like this, and then he falls and breaks his leg. Yeah.
You know what I thought was funny is Bryan
Stupid.
Singer's like
Snoop was gonna
his name was attached to Bohemian Rhapsody and like no one cared. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I know that
Okay.
was off topic, but that was what I was thinking about right now.
Jennifer Lawrence.
No.
No.
I think it'd be
No.
horrible. Yeah,
Never liked her
horrible.
way of acting. Never
Well,
did.
look,
Same
one.
stuff.
Never liked her
Every movie
acting?
she's in.
I
Every
like her acting.
Watch Mother
I
and then
just-
that will change your idea on her.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
her in Mother. I like her in The Neighbor. I think that's
She
what
was
it's
good in
called.
Hunger Games.
I was gonna
She's
say
no,
Hunger
no,
really
no.
Games.
good in Hunger
She
Games.
does. No,
Hunger
I'm
Games
just like
slaps.
it does. She doesn't change her emotions. It's the same way.
She has all the emotions.
Listen, it's
Yeah.
Emily Blunt or nobody. Okay.
Oh, what's that movie with her and Chris Pratt?
No.
It's Emily Blunt or no
only John
Fantastic Four at all.
Krasinski is there too. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. That's
It's
the
them two or no Fantastic Four at all. I'm
Yeah.
calling it now.
perfect family, actual family right there.
No finger. Put the finger down. It's them two or not.
You know what though? I
Thomas.
have to agree with Thomas. Like as much as I love the fan cast of John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, believe me, I do. Disney wouldn't go that route. They always like hiring new people for new people like that. And like for the Jennifer Lawrence thing, she's been stating that she didn't like playing Mystique that much. So
Yeah.
why would they even
would-
bring her back?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true, huh?
The director's a little busy directing Spider-Man 3. They're nowhere near with
Yeah,
Fantastic
there's no
Four.
actual cast. It's all
It's
just
Emily
an-
Blunt or not.
yeah, it's just an idea. Just an idea.
There was an idea
That's it.
for us to
What's
talk
an idea?
WandaVision. Let's talk
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
It's
All right,
time.
snoopers.
It's
Is it
time.
time?
Spoilers,
It's time to
spoilers warning. If you are watching and you were just watching to see a bunch of good-looking guys and gals, sorry, you're gonna have to turn off the camera now.
Yeah,
Snoopers,
There
we're
we
gonna
go.
snoop.
You might wanna go to another
Snoopers, we're
podcast
gonna
for that.
snoop. We're gonna spoil. Spoilers gonna spoil. That's what we're doing right
Yes.
now. So
Ready? 3,
Watch our other videos if you don't want any snooping.
2,
Go back to Horror Nights.
1. Spoiler zone. What's
oh
popping, y'all?
my god, could you believe the fact that Reed Richards was the aerospace engineer? I never saw that coming.
It was
I never
Agatha
saw it.
all
He knew
along.
something, and you guys always get
Well,
on
that
me for
was a
spoilers. He knew
spoiler.
something.
I was giving them a little bit more time.
There it
to
goes. You're
log
too
on.
far from your mic.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we can't hear you
All right.
now.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Oh.
Oh,
My controller fell.
Well, as you say, the
All right.
Appalachian Spaghetti Terror of the Yukon said unrelated, but they should have hired Chris Evans as Johnny for Mortal Kombat. Would be a fun post Marvel ring.
Wait, who?
I mean, you see his role in Scott Pilgrim. Just take that
Johnny.
role and just make it a little
Johnny
bit more
Cage.
cocky. Boom.
That'd be
But-
funny.
You can
Okay.
still do the eyebrows. That's pretty cool. All right. WandaVision, WandaVision, WandaVision. That song used to be my favorite intro.
Yeah.
It's no longer my favorite intro of this series.
And-
We'll talk about that later. Who wants to
Oh.
overall thoughts? Who wants to start with this episode's overall thoughts?
I wanted more Office references.
Hey, you got one. You got a good one.
No, well, you got kind of one, and also the mockumentary style. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's also
And
supposed to be like Modern
that,
Family.
that vision
Yeah.
look, that vision look is
Mhm.
totally Jim.
Yeah.
The-
Well, I think it was the intro, the music in the background was kind of like the
Oh, is that what it
Office.
is? I've never
That's
seen
what I
Modern
think.
Family.
not the
it's
singing
very,
part.
it's very Modern Family.
Okay.
I wouldn't say the
That's what I thought.
singing part. I would say like the instrumentals in the back was a mix.
What
That's what
singing
I was
part?
hearing.
Scranton.
No, the sing because there was lyrics
The-
happening at the same time during that. I'm not saying the lyrics were
In
there was
what? The intro?
What lyrics are you talking about?
of the
boy?
WandaVision intro. I'm gonna play it right
There was no lyrics.
Please, no, please do. Please play the
There were?
WandaVision
Yeah.
intro of
Please
this
get
There
this
episode.
was, there was lyrics.
Oh
Good
no,
sir.
there wasn't.
No, there's not. It's just music.
Wait,
And
I
Wanda.
don't remember at all.
Yeah, but in Wanda, they would show like, we know what
Oh,
you're doing,
shoot,
Wanda.
I gotta log in.
Yes, that's what I want to talk about. We know what you're doing, Wanda. That was crazy. Written in ransom letters. Joe, talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Joe
Miles and Joe.
baby Miles. Woo! Joe, talk
Hi,
about the
Miles.
ransom letters.
Oh,
just
they
looked
said
at
Joe
you
talk
like
about the
that.
ransom letters.
Oh, so there was one part where it said, "We know what you're doing, Wanda."
Yeah.
You okay?
He knows. He
He's like-
knows what the actual message
That's
is.
all I could really remember. But like, and there was like another one that also had some kind of message. You had to like really pause at the right moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you have to say, buddy?
Tell us. Tell us. Tell us.
He's like, they
Agatha
looked
all
at me.
along.
He said it was Agatha all along. You see that drip? The drip. Yes, you, Miles. You're all drip all the time.
He is. He's like, are we really talking about WandaVision again?
It
All
ain't
right,
the TLEV
so let
show
me
unless
tell
we
you.
have a cameo
Are
from
you
Wanda.
really saying the music in the beginning of the intro does not sound like The Office?
I
No,
think it's
you
supposed to
said
sound like
there
the
was
Modern
lyrics.
Family. Yeah.
You said there was lyrics in the beginning, and
Let
I
me
said
shut that
there's
down
no
real quick.
lyrics.
Oh,
But there's one thing I
I'm
want to
saying-
bring.
Miles.
No,
Talk
no
to
matter
me.
what, I was saying the intro sounds like The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Mhm.
I think
Yes,
I texted
yes.
you. I texted you that same night about it.
Yeah.
One
Well, I
thing
was
I
just
do
saying,
wanna-
I was defending myself earlier because I was getting
Okay, well.
shat on again.
No,
That's
you
what
get shit
I
on
get
for the
shat
fact
on here,
that-
so I got to defend myself.
No, you
Boy,
were getting
there
shat
is
on
an
for the
infinite-
lyrics.
Go. Go.
So one thing I wanted to talk about. Did you all pick up Wanda's tone in the previously on WandaVision?
Yes, yes.
Pointed that out.
She
How
sounds
she went-
all like she don't care no more.
Exactly how back at the beginning she was like previously on WandaVision. Now she's like previously on WandaVision.
Yo, next episode she's gonna be like,
So next
This is the
episode,
show
she's
you're
gonna be like, just roll
watching.
the clip.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
last time on the show
You
you're
already
watching. Yeah, you already know what I'm here for.
The last episode, just roll the damn show.
Yeah, there you go. Just do it. So yeah, thoughts. I'm not hearing thoughts. I'm just hearing about the intro. But
I mean, I love it. Again, I think this was another great episode. It was, I will say, a little slower than some of the other episodes for sure, but I think the payoff at the end of this episode was crazy. And I mean, the Monica Rambeau scene, ooh,
Oh, that was good.
chills.
Oh, that was
Chills.
good.
Miles is farting in my hand right now. That's how much chills he got.
He's like, whoa, oh man,
I like how you can just see his eyes right now.
and his nose.
He's looking
little
at
button
himself
nose.
or at
He's
the
looking at
screen,
himself?
at the other screen.
Oh,
Conceit.
probably he sees us.
Oh.
Oh, he's like, so what?
He's like,
He's
so
like, I can
what?
see into the future.
But
Lauren,
yeah,
what did you think? What did you think of this
incredible.
episode?
Who? Oh, me? Oh,
You. Yeah, you.
Call me Mar. I was like, who?
Oh, sorry, Missy.
I liked it. I mean, I wasn't as hyped about it as I was on episode 5, but
Mhm.
that's just me. But I do think that I mean, I kind of agree that it was a little bit slower, but also like
She's capping.
No, because
She's
I say
capping.
that
She
it
said it
goes so
felt
fast.
fast. She said it felt, and I disagree. I felt that was a fast episode.
No, I felt like it was fast, but there wasn't like a lot happens, but there wasn't like a lot where we were like, there wasn't a lot to pull from. You know what I mean? Just like things were happening. Okay, we're gonna go, but there was no like woo.
Yeah. Do you mean slow as in what, Josue?
Like
Was in.
So like that whole beginning scene of just Wanda in her house, obviously yes, they're building the whole thing that she's losing herself and she's losing her mind, but there is really no movement in the story because they cut back to her like 3 or 4 times of her just things just changing in the house. It's like we know that already. She can't control it. All right, move on to something else. But we just keep cutting back to her in the house because she's quarantining herself. Which is that a joke? Is that a clever
nod? That was filmed before coronavirus.
The staycation?
Yeah, the quarantine.
Because
was it completely filmed before?
Because it was supposed to originally come out like earlier, wasn't it? And then they pushed it back. So I think it was filmed a lot. Marvel's on top of things. A lot of that, I think a lot of what this show was for editing.
We're kind of late into the series now. I think maybe this was starting to be filmed during.
Maybe.
I don't know, because like think about the separation, right? Like this episode, Vision is so Paul Bettany is nowhere near, and it's only him and Kat Dennings. So
Well, that makes sense for the story, though.
Exactly. So maybe they wrote around it. I don't know.
I felt time duration wise like it was going quick. Like we were moving on, like it was cut next. Okay, now we're talking about Vision and what was her name again?
What?
Darcy.
Darcy together, Lewis. And then cut again. We're going to Hayward for a few seconds, only a few seconds. And you don't see Hayward that much.
I don't really want to see much of him.
He's Ultron.
That's interesting because I don't know if that's a throwaway or they're trying to make you think like Hayward's a throwaway. I don't know. But it was like cutting quick like that. And I was like, oh shit, they're trying to fit all this into like 25 minutes. It's like I felt like it was going way too quick.
There was just like 2 or 3 ball drops when usually there's like 5 like big things that happen. And this one there was only like really 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Like the ending was a big ball drop.
I will say to that, Mar, you also have to remember we're coming into the last 2 episodes of WandaVision. So this episode's probably like the spark that's about to ignite.
It just set up the battlefield, really.
Yeah.
Next episode's just gonna
we don't
set
know.
it up for everything else.
We're just gonna be like,
next episode's gonna end and you're gonna be so pissed. You're gonna be like, really, Marvel? You just did that?
I threw a stress ball at the wall where my screen is at the end of this episode. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I'm disappointed that the little 1 hour, the last 3 episodes.
The lies.
Well, Disney never really came out and confirmed that.
I know. I'm saying a theory that people.
What was it? There was somebody. One of the the showrunner was saying that the total of the show was going to be 6 hours.
Let's talk about the real issues of last week's episode. The fact of the matter is I couldn't log into Disney Plus for about 12 minutes. And I think they purposely maybe put out the wrong episode. So that's why they're like, damn it, no!
Wait,
crash the server.
Yeah,
that
you
the
were
reason?
there for that, Thomas. Were you?
I don't know. I was just
No. But there's an actual reason why nobody could get it. What was the reason? Zaragoza? Was there not? What was the reason?
No, I was just playing around. I was like, what if they accidentally put out the wrong episode? And just go, no.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For those who don't watch WandaVision at midnight, like any crazy person does, because you're sane and you want to just sleep. So for the people who watch WandaVision at midnight, we couldn't watch WandaVision for the first 12 minutes. Mind you, this entire time, every WandaVision I've watched at 12:01 as long as everybody else.
Yeah.
A lot of Disney Pluses like around or I guess in the US and like the West Coast and stuff like that. It was like glitching, like it would like freak out and it wasn't letting people log in.
Yeah.
I was getting an error. It said we couldn't authenticate your account, and I was like, bro, y'all steal my money every month. All right, I know you can authenticate my account.
And then after that,
you know, it was a funny thing was watching
internet was
watching everyone on Twitter.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the funniest thing. Like I was getting more of a thrill out of watching Twitter freak out about it than me.
here's the thing, Sarah goes, I got scared because I was doing that, right? Like you. And then someone was starting to go like, wow, I can't believe Wanda's actually like doing it. And I was like, shut up. I'm not like the episode's not happening.
I didn't see that. Everyone was complaining about it. There's so many good memes. But the funny part is, because every episode, we always have to wait for my cousin when he gets home. And we always throw on a movie, either Marvel or whatever. Lately, me and my dad have been watching Sky High. So we were watching Sky High. It was like 12:05. Disney Plus, we were watching Sky High, no problem. We were on Disney Plus. The minute I backed out to go to WandaVision, that's when it started buffering. I'm like, and then said you've been disconnected from the internet, which happens to us a lot on our smart TV. So I was like, oh, okay, let me just restart the app. That's usually works. Restarted the app, and I started flipping out. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. Like, we watch it at 12 o'clock every night, and this, what?
Yep. That was scary.
I was my only fear was I was scared someone was gonna watch it and start spoiling it for everyone.
Well, that's what was happening. That was what was happening. Was like I was going through. I was like, is it just us? And I was looking. I was like, oh, okay, for everyone is down. And then there was a few people that were starting to talk about the episode. I was like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh no.
Because for us, it was like it was doing it for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
probably was my dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There we go. Trauma minute. Let's hear it, Tony. Let's hear it.
Oh no, he was actually pretty good this week. He didn't, no spoilers, no nothing. But I don't know. We'll see in the next.
We need to have like a cutaway. It's like a segment, just like Tony's trauma.
Spoilers. You just highlight.
Tony's trauma. Tony's trauma. Tony's trauma.
Tony's trauma.
Tony's trauma.
It's just like Anthony coming out.
I should get like footage just going on with my dad going. He'd probably get so pissed at me. He'd be like, what was that for?
Put it the Bewitched style. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with all of you that, so I know some of you said that the fourth episode ranked really high for you, but for me, the seventh and the fourth episode were kind of like at the same level of like, they're not at the bottom of my ranking of favorite episodes, but they're not at the top. They're kind of low because I was like, yes, the end where Vision is a zombie is amazing, and yes, the end where Agatha Harkness, Senior Scratchy, and then we'll talk a little bit later about that scene. Yes, that's a great scene, but again, you have to work the entire.
But also, it's like, so Josue, I know you were talking about it. I mean, you didn't talk about it here yet. That it just reassured our theories and stuff like that. But at the same time, I wanted to. I was just like, okay, yeah, we know that Agatha is like how, okay, who said it? I think it was like Jake Stewart said, kind of disappointed, very short, nothing that we didn't really know deep down. So we already knew the answers deep down. I think a lot of people wanted like a little bit more from this episode,
Now I understand, Tim, but you also have to remember that it's not just crazy fanboys and girls that are watching this. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
It's true.
This is also a show for the common people, right?
Yeah.
The common people aren't staying up to like 1 in the morning, looking up.
It was Ketchup bringing everyone to our
to our tier.
No sane person is out there saying, so see, Wanda's hair actually flips at about 17 seconds and 4 minutes. So what does that mean? Could that be Mephisto? It's like nobody does that except.
I read a funny meme that was like Mephisto being called out in the thing 666 times.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Or what about freaking Leo DiCaprio's thing? Oh, Mephisto. Mephisto.
I had a moment like that for this episode, bro.
Yeah, let's hear it. What was that moment?
Oh, we're already going in?
We're in.
Senior Scratchy is
We've
Mephisto.
been in for about an hour now.
So you think Senior Scratchy is Mephisto?
Senior Scratchy is Mephisto.
You think Senior Scratchy is Mephisto?
I think Senior Scratchy is Mephisto.
Because I brought that up in the first episode.
Who's Ralph? I want to know who Ralph is.
I can't wait to see a weird like rabbit turning into Mephisto type of deal.
You don't think Ralph exists?
Ralph is Senior Scratchy.
Ralph is Senior Scratchy.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know if Ralph is an acronym for something.
Mm-hmm.
Really awful
language,
ligaments.
Wait, there's PH in Ralph like in Mephisto.
What if Ralph is short for Ralph Wiggum? Simpsons.
From Simpsons?
What if
I'm
Ralph,
in danger.
Ralph from the Christmas Story and it all ties in?
This is
Could
Ralph.
you imagine that?
Mhm.
It's that
That'd be
dorky.
fantastic.
You just hear the narrator from
Wiggum.
You just wait. Missy, did you just say Ralph's the dork? How mean.
The dorky kid.
That's so mean to call
Yeah.
Ralph the dorky
I mean, he looks pretty
kid.
dorky right now. Oh, you guys can't see, but he looks pretty
Yo.
dorky right now.
That's the boy right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I guess I'll take lead on this. Let's talk about the fact that the beginning of the episode, things are changing, right?
Yeah.
We see the kids come in. Mommy, our video game's broken. The Wii goes into I think it's a GameCube.
GameCube, and then the
it
GameCube
goes
turns into Atari.
Atari then turns into
Uno.
Uno. And I like how the Uno is in
It's retro
black
Uno.
and white with the red. And then you hear that she's talking. You hear that the radio's playing. The radio station is WNDA because, haha, East Coast, they don't have a K at the beginning of the radio stations. They have a W, so WNDA,
Oh.
Wanda. I also think that it's interesting that it's talking about old cereal as she's eating sugar snaps.
I got a theory about
Oh.
her milk.
Yeah, there's
Her
a
milk?
missing
milk.
kid.
No,
There's a
no.
missing kid
Well,
on- no, that one.
That too, but you know, her milk when you first see it is almond milk, but then when you
Yes.
see it, it's regular milk. So in the next episode, she's gonna get some mad diarrhea.
Bad lemon milk right
I
there.
mean, come on
you-
now, dude.
you
Like
imagine-
it makes
could you
sense.
imagine-
Lactose intolerant.
And then just a toy. Can you imagine
Sammy,
the
if you're
next
watching, you're welcome.
Episode mid battle between Agatha and Wanda. She's like, "Yo, give me like 5,
Give me like
10
10
minutes,
bro.
I
I gotta take care. I gotta take.
I'll
the
be
Browns to the
right
Super Bowl.
back. You can
Sammy,
be my
if
kid.
you're
but
watching, you're welcome.
I gotta go change.
That one was
Are
all
we
for
really
Sammy. I'm
having
done.
poop jokes.
That
on
was
the
for Sammy. I'm
TLEV
done.
show?
He brought it to
Nobody
my
said that
attention.
word except you. Well, actually, what he did
y'all
say, he
said
did.
it.
Wait, hold up, hold up.
Class.
Next episode's commercial will be for ulcerative colitis medicine.
Even the producer got one.
Congrats, you got the producer
Got
in
it.
on this. All right.
Producer, shout out to you, man. You're a legend.
All right. The milk. The lost boy on the milk box.
I don't know what the Lost Boy is, but then
I don't
the
know.
next
Foreshadowing,
scene.
maybe?
Did you guys see the Uncanny Valley with Billy?
The what?
The Uncanny Valley with
Uncanny
Billy.
Valley. For some reason, so when she sits on the couch, right? Also, I think it was very interesting that when she pulls up her sheets off the bed, she's wearing her Halloween
Yeah,
costume.
she's my
so
future wife.
It's is she now? Oh.
Elizabeth Olsen is a
Hey,
very
you shoot for the
beautiful-
stars because we land among the stars, or you fall all the way down to Falls
Falls
Diner.
LA Hana Hayride confirmed.
Yes, AJ.
Ah, Reggie
We,
confirmed.
we love you, AJ. Also, I don't think I've ever mentioned in the podcast, but shout out to AJ for the beginning, our intro.
Oh yeah.
He's
him
been
doing that
watching every episode.
amazing
He's like, are they
voiceover.
gonna shout me
Yeah,
out? or-
I mean, amazing.
Reggie's the
Great
homie, dude.
intro.
He
Reggie's
is.
the homie.
So then we cut to seeing what the outside world looks like with the fact that they moved everything back. Hayward's watching, and Hayward's like, he looks so disheveled. It's kind of funny the fact that he's just like his hair's like all up, and he's like,
Oh, see, I got something totally different. I thought, like, when I saw that scene, I laughed because it was just like Hayward standing outside. He's like, "Huh, well, ain't that some stuff?
Well,
Blow
yeah,
it up,
but-
blow it up, blow it up." But I do want to talk about that scene.
Ooh.
Did anybody notice what's behind Hayward?
No.
a tent.
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, there is a tent, but there is something big and something covered by a tarp. So there's
Wasn't
something.
wasn't that the machine that they used in the episode?
No,
No,
No.
because you remember
no,
Monica goes to a different group for that.
Yeah,
she goes to
she
the
goes to
aerospace
The
engineer.
Rebellion group.
she goes to Sword Part 2, Electric Sword of Lu.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
you
I
can insert
noticed
that joke somewhere. It's always fun.
there's a giant thing behind Hayward, and I'm wondering what could that be?
I know.
And then he's like, "Tell everybody to get ready. We launch today."
It's
Launch? What does that mean?
Ultron. launching
Mecha Ultron.
Mecha instead of Mecha Godzilla, Mecha Ultron.
So then we get cut and we see Vision. He's like, "Ooh, what the? I have my shoulder
He
back."
looks so weird in this.
He looks really weird in this
He
episode.
looks
I don't
so
know.
weird in this episode.
I think he's
What
supposed
a
to look
Vision.
weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
I told the same thing to Joe. He looks like
He looks weird.
real
Different color.
Yes,
It-
like he's a different shade of.
Yeah.
What if he had a hangover from that?
Even his outfit is like a different green turquoise.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just very odd. I
A bit
wasn't sure.
odd.
What was going on.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
guy
was
almost
like,
died
oh.
last week, so
You wrap my
Yeah,
son up
dude.
in a tortilla blink?
it could be like it
In
could be
my
like,
tortilla blink?
and this is all seriousness. It could be like his version. Maybe she's trying to make it like he had a hangover or something. I don't know.
I
'Cause he did
don't
kinda
know,
wake
but
up
He
kinda
remembers everything.
But he woke
And
up
he-
confused at first. He was like,
Well, he did
and-
say he remembers Darcy looking at
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very, very sad that they did not go with the two broke girls on.
I just think it wouldn't have fit though. Like
that would have been funny.
it would have been funny. I'm with you on that because I would have liked to see that. But her as an escape artist and then she was tied up to the damn thing. I thought that was
Mhm.
hilarious.
That was
And she
cool.
just, like,
Yeah, that was
And
funny.
also, she's gonna be the one to help Vision escape.
By the way, who else was thinking the entire time, like, why are you guys driving when Vision can carry you and you guys can fly to them?
Dude,
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
was like,
that.
Vision, you're driving in a slow truck. You got these roadblocks on purpose. Just grab her and go
Not
to
just
Westview.
that. When Vision just goes up by himself without taking her.
Yeah,
with
it's
him.
like, okay, I'll
That-
see you
that
there, I
is.
guess. It's like,
Well, I
Dude.
think before then, it's because. Yeah, exactly. I'm with Joe. He wanted to learn who the hell he was before Westview, and
but then he just dips and leaves her there.
I don't need you anymore.
which how
exactly.
how does Darcy know all of that?
Wait,
Well, yeah, because she,
know all of
she
what?
worked with Thor, and maybe she, she knows
Thor,
things.
Oh.
Thor, who went into exile and who became obese and
Dog, maybe she has
drunk?
some like cyber contacts.
How?
they should have had. They should have had 500 miles playing in the car for a
Well,
reference to
okay,
How I Met Your
Now
Mother.
this kind of
Yeah,
that would have been good.
retcons my theory now of how do people know about Vision's death? They must have
Exactly.
made it public then.
How?
Or she
I
must
think
have
it,
gotten
I think
some-
it was. I think it was public.
They must
Who
have made
would
it
have
public,
said
but
it?
I didn't see
So-
within the 5
so-
years of them having so many people. How would they have time to even do that? Like, I would think their worries are on.
Yeah,
other-
that was the last. I would think that's like the last thing they cared
like,
about.
yeah, Vision died, but like everyone's gone. It's like,
Okay, yeah, but who said it? Like, remember that little group during the Thanos sequence? It's Wanda, Black Widow, Captain America, Falcon, Bucky, Thor, who comes in at the very end,
unless
and it's
Well, maybe
Bruce Banner,
when-
the
Remember in Endgame, though, they
Hulkbuster,
kinda
and
had a-
Groot and
they-
Rocket.
they took a census of all the
And
people
War
that
Machine.
died or
So-
disappeared, so he could have been part
But-
of that census.
The only person. So remember, the whole time it's eyes on, stay sharp. They're all fighting Thanos while Wanda is like trying her very best to
But
kill
Thomas,
Vision.
Not just your right.
This is- wait. Okay, go for it, and then I'll debunk this.
So so they all get knocked out, right? They all get knocked out. We literally see Thanos, boom, hits Cap to the floor. How do they see Wanda actually kill Vision, and then the turn back of time, and Thanos killing Vision? The only person who sees that is Wanda, who immediately gets dusted. So who
Okay.
knew that sequence?
So,
They saw Vision's dead body on the floor, though. It doesn't matter.
but not just that.
But how they know
This
he
is
died twice?
taking place after Endgame, Thomas. So
you think
maybe they
Wanda after the funeral was like,
they-
so this is what happened.
they found out everything afterwards. Yeah.
Okay, but think about this too,
Sword,
Thomas.
Sword's got to know everything, and I know she doesn't work with Sword, but she's still in like a. She's brilliant, so she's got to learn this stuff.
But think about this, Thomas. When he did reverse time, it only affected Vision. Like Scarlet Witch was looking right at that when it was happening. Like she took the stone out, destroyed it, and then when
But I
he
don't-
reversed time, she was looking in real time at him reversing time and taking the stone out of him.
No, because Black Widow comes across his body and goes like she's about to vomit when she sees Vision's dead body, and that's after the snap. So
I'm talking
who
about
saw it?
I'm talking about Scarlet Witch though.
Oh yeah, but Scarlet Witch, she gets dusted. Yeah, she sees it, but when is she gonna tell?
Yeah,
them
and
this?
sure, Wanda probably wouldn't tell them how it happened.
There's 13 days that are unaccounted for.
Yes.
From Tony's snap not you, Tony, but the other Tony.
No, that
Stark.
Tony Snap.
It's my Tony Snap, dog. I'm the only one that says
to
Got
when this starts, when she
Okay.
steals Vision's body, right? Because we see, and it's all through through episode 5 that we've learned all of this, or episode 4, because Monica wakes up from the blip, and it's 3 weeks later she goes see Hayward, and then 24 hours after she's seen Hayward, she gets they have already set up a camp because she's been sucked in, and she gets shot out. Then the day after, or that same day, Hayward says, I've now been given permission to show you all. 9 days ago, Wanda broke in and stole Vision's body. So Westview, as it is, has only existed for those, 9 days, and now it's continuing through this. But between Tony's snap and those 9 days, there's 13 days that are unaccounted for. So it's not like, so maybe the funeral happened at some point during right? Because I doubt the funeral happened that exact same day, but we know the funeral happens before they finish cleaning up everything, because we see that Cap goes back in time, clips all the branches, gives all the stones back. So either during that time, Wanda's busy stealing Vision's body, or it's like, are they going to answer that? That's my question. There's 13 days. When are they going to answer?
Comic books. They're just figuring you look past it.
Well, I don't want to.
I think you're the only one, Thomas. That's
I'm kind of with you on it. I'm still kind of confused as to like how people know and stuff.
How
So
does
like at
Monica
this point,
know?
I'm just going with the
it's
fact
sword,
that.
baby. They know everything.
But at this point, I'm just going to the fact that they made Vision's death public. But the only two people we've heard, well, Darcy probably knows something. Maybe Captain America saw. I mean, we don't really necessarily know what the Avengers did and did not see, because we didn't really get a focus on them.
Yes.
So
but
we're not confirmed as to what they did and did not see. They could have saw the entire thing.
I could tell you what I saw though.
I also wouldn't put it past them to be like, oh, some Wakandan during the fight just happened to go into the forest. He's like, yo, what's happening over here?
Okay,
Oh,
we're going
damn.
backwards.
I'm gonna go tell my homies. And then he ran back.
Then
He's
he
like,
gets
y'all,
dusted.
you're not gonna believe what I just saw.
And
You don't
right
think
when
they
Tom
put
gets
they put
dusted-
like cameras out in the forests? You know?
Yeah, this is an advanced civilization.
Yeah, maybe
Thomas.
there's cameras
Look at
out
those
there.
Trees.
It's
Those
gonna
trees
explain
don't
to it a
emanate
lot in Black
air,
Panther
they
2 to
emanate
watch.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there you go. Shuri had the video footage and sent it over
No,
to
because
school.
Shuri got snapped. So she
When
wasn't
Shuri
the one
came
in
back,
charge.
she saw the video was uploaded and pressed.
By the way, I love you. I love the way you said
Uploaded.
Shuri. You're like Shuri.
Shuri, because I love that scene. I watched Black Panther this week, and when she flips off Black Panther and
Sorry, mama.
Queen Mother goes Shuri. I love it.
By the way, I have this candle lit for a reason, because we're gonna.
Oh,
be talking
okay,
about
okay.
someone else.
I thought that was like a shining. I thought you were like flashing the champ.
No,
ball.
this is
Like,
a
yeah.
candle, and we're gonna be talking about a certain person who.
Oh, we're talking about seance.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got a seance. Everybody gets the
before
candle
we
going.
move on to seance,
We're not at that scene yet. Nope,
so
we got
that
a lot.
scene where we're talking about people knowing stuff, Joe made a good point. How does Vision know that Pietro's an imposter?
When did he say that?
He says
No, I think he
he
was just
asked her.
asking who's Pietro.
No, he says who's
Right?
who's that imposter in Pietro?
Didn't Darcy tell him
the video.
that? But doesn't Darcy
And
explain?
she
to him,
says,
like,
"I have no idea." She says, "No clue."
when they're
well, they may have been
that's right,
talking
when they
prior to
first
that.
entered the
Vision's
when they
talking
first
with
entered the
Darcy.
van.
They could have been talking prior to that, though. Like, oh, this is.
They weren't. They weren't.
But
They
then,
weren't
how
those
does he
ones
know that
running it.
Pietro's an imposter? Because he can't remember anything past.
He's an AI. He knows everything.
But that's true. He doesn't know much past from he doesn't even know what the Avengers
He
are.
doesn't know everything.
Yeah, because he doesn't even know Ultron. She has to explain to him what Ultron is.
Ultron is.
Yeah.
Jarvis is and all that.
He's like, so I'm from Jarvis.
Nah, he
So
just
how
went
does
beep,
he
boop,
know
beep,
that
boop, and he was like,
Pietro
oh, I
is
got
an
it.
imposter? And why does he specifically say imposter?
Because he was playing a lot of Among Us.
Us.
Ah! He was being a little sus there, man.
Oh my god.
Tony,
That is it for the stream.
Thank you all
Got
so
it.
much for tuning in. I lost
He was
my
like,
mind.
yo, that Pietro is a little sus, man. We should vote him out.
Thomas lost the beanie.
Yo, I'm
Speaking of
feeling you, too. I'm a
beanie,
little
let's
hot.
get towards that part. Not yet, but let's keep going.
All right,
wanna
let's
talk
keep
about the
moving. Let's
beanie
keep,
part.
let's keep
Let's
chugging
keep
along.
moving. Let's keep moving. Treading along. Yeah, there's unanswered things from
All right, Thomas, move us forward.
Keep going, Thomas.
Oh, move us forward. Moving right along. So when you stop watching the Muppet Show and you actually tune back in, there's actually
That's the Muppet movie, first of all.
That's right. Moving right along. So we see, like Josue pointed out, we go back and we see Wanda is freaking out. Agnes is already taking the kids away. I was talking about the uncanny valley because there's a scene where for some reason Billy's face is completely CGI'd when they're on the couch. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Watch it. It's a really
Are you
weird
sure?
scene. Yeah.
We doing some Henry Cavill
Producer was saying
mustaching.
Maybe he was growing a stash too early.
Yeah.
Because the producer says that it had something to do with the effect of having the green, having the red around the door. So maybe it was a green screen. So they made it cheaper by CGIing his face. But it's really, really weird. It bothered me. I usually, yeah, exactly. I usually pick that up a lot faster because for me that always bothers me when I see it in movies and shows. But the rest of the episode, he's just fine. It's literally just that one scene when he's on the couch with Wanda before Agnes comes in. Agnes picks them up. They go.
Wait. But what does Agnes say before that though? She says something
about her mole.
No, about biting a child.
I bit a child once.
Yeah, and that was just.
I think it's just a throwaway gag. As
children,
as most of the sitcoms nowadays, just kind of
talking about something.
But is it really?
But is it really?
I don't know, Jay.
If we're talking about just throwaway gags, earlier when Darcy says, "What do you want, Creeper?" What was on Tommy's beanie in the previous episode? Creeper.
Oh,
multiverse.
I'm a creep.
And if you want to go even further, hello says hello the Hollow Seance.
Did we pass the part where Wanda's talking to?
I think we already passed the commercial.
No, we're about to when she's talking to the camera and sees, and after she had seen the stork, which is like, whoa, why did you see the stork? Yeah. Do you think it's because you deserve it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you deserve
but
it.
I need to rewatch it because I don't recognize the voice.
It's a man's voice.
It's a man's voice, right?
A really distorted voice, yeah.
And then it becomes. Never mind.
I mean, yeah.
It's a man's voice.
But it's a man's voice.
What did you guys think of the commercial? Yeah. So Nexus, isn't there a Nexus chamber? Isn't that a thing in the comics?
I mean, there's two theories to this. So Josue, explain yours.
Okay, so the big thing that I, at least from like what I've heard and what I can tell you from what things that I've read and stuff like that, is Scarlet Witch proper from X-Men is considered a Nexus being. Yeah. Now the Nexus in Marvel is basically like a boom tube. It's this place that you can access in other dimensions.
One person in every multiverse is one.
Yeah. So people, so there's multiple Nexus being, and so across like the multiverse, people who are considered Nexus beings exist as one person. I believe that's how they explain it, but everybody else has millions of themselves. So there's one Wanda Maximoff that exists in every Nexus, every like multiple dimension, but they're all the same Wanda because she's a Nexus being because she's that strong and powerful. So it's really interesting that the thing is called Nexus because they're encouraging her to take it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
As in to access other dimensions. And then the commercial ends with it saying it can be your reality, or is it, Mm-hmm. So they're really trying to influence the whole change everything, make everything, bring in the multiple dimensions. Yeah. I think this is obviously the biggest, for me, the biggest commercial that's saying, we're bringing in different people, and especially that X on the Nexus looks so much like the X-Men logo from the original X-Men. So I'm like, dude, if this is an X-Men, like, I know what it is.
Hey, Eddie. Also, the Hollow Seance says, hey, if you guys were going to watch all the Marvel movies, would you watch it chronologically or the release date order? I think it just depends on
release date order.
Yeah, if you know the material yet or not.
Yeah, because there's some movies that like will go back and mention something from other movies.
I
So
think I just don't like I don't like Captain Marvel being so close to the beginning.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Second
Captain
one,
Marvel,
yeah.
like I think you have to watch a lot of leading up to that to just kind of like you got to know who Nick Fury is. You gotta know-
Graphics wise too, you know, like
Yeah, how it
it's
bounces
different.
around.
It's kind of
I've
like
told myself if I ever had children, I will gonna make them wait every year that I waited for a Marvel film. So
Oh,
I think you said that
we're
last
gonna
time.
do that
Yeah.
to Miles. We're gonna show him Infinity War, and then when he's like, "What? They're dead?" And like, yeah, there's a second one. You want to watch it? Yeah, you gotta wait a year.
You gotta wait a year like we did. You gotta live a year of torture like we did.
And then Black Widow, he's just gonna have to wait indefinitely.
Yeah.
And then I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna pay for the internet so that you can't like sneakily watch it on Disney Plus. It's gonna be great.
You're just gonna have no internet.
You think Disney Plus will still be there?
No TLEV show for Josue.
Yes, there we go.
My theory to that commercial, I mean, I do agree with that heavily too. But I'm still on the theory of each commercial has been connected. There it is right there. Trauma.
Tony's trauma.
I still have the theory and believe that every commercial has been related to the Infinity Stones.
I don't.
Being that this one talked heavily about realities too. So.
I think there's a certain character that we're gonna come up to that has a connection to.
I really hope in those last 2 episodes they really explain the commercials more. Are they just gonna leave us like, oh well, we
well, yeah, the
figure
fact
them out.
that the same 2 characters came back again.
Good point,
Yeah,
Tony.
they've been
Good point about the commercials.
What?
Because it's not Agatha who's doing the commercials.
Yeah, that they just explain them. Like I hope they do. Like in the last 2 episodes, like we get someone, if it is Mephisto, if it is Nightmare, or whoever it is, they go, yeah, I was behind that. I hope you saw that, Wanda, because they tie into something bigger than what we're doing here.
Have you been paying attention, Wanda?
Have you been paying attention, Wanda?
I mean, hey, that could link into the "I know what you're doing," Wanda, at the intro.
I know what you did last summer.
There you go.
Yikes.
But yeah, I think I hope. Well, I don't know. The Infinity Stones, I think, left such a big impact in the MCU that you can't just forget about them.
So, yeah, that's very true. So after the commercial, we see Monica meet up with the team that created, with the aerospace engineer. They created, boom. They tweaked out their space rover. That looks like it's something straight out of The Martian.
Looks like that new truck that that whatchamacallit, that
Elon Musk, the
Elon
Cybertruck,
Musk
baby. Let's go.
Elon Musk secretly made that for this show. They're like, hey, we need a truck. You know, can we tweak it a little bit?
Mm-hmm. You know, give it a little tweak.
A little tweak.
So they did a little tweak.
Yeah, but did it work, Thomas?
Goodner?
Yeah, Major Goodner was like, we're not only loyal to her, Captain. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
So that's the aerospace engineer, eh?
I think so. That's the big debate.
No,
have we met the?
I think it's Captain Marvel.
Because I was
reading aerospace engineer.
I was reading a new theory that the aerospace engineer could potentially be Monica Rambeau's boyfriend in the comics, the Blue Marvel. That's who a lot of people are theorizing now. That came from comicbook.com.
Interesting.
Blue Marvel.
So she said
it's her boyfriend in the comics.
What's the
Are they together in the
It was in I think the 2015 or 2018 run of like when they brought her character around, and they were boyfriend girlfriend in the comics, but I don't know if they are now. But it'd be a cool like little tie-in.
That'd be interesting because if it's Blue Marvel, that's like.
However, I think the only issue they were saying is he's not an aerospace engineer, so they would have to tweak that for the MCU.
So here's the thing. So
there's a lot of tweaking going on.
That's how they. I mean, you're never gonna get the exact comic page for page.
Yeah.
Like Civil War.
What was that, Tim?
Too, so.
What does the lady say to Monica exactly? Like, we work under them too, or something? What was it?
She says we're loyal to.
We're not only loyal to her, Captain, because she says my mom would have appreciated this.
She says Hell Hydra.
So her was
She says Hell
referencing
Hydra.
to the mom, or was it referencing to someone else?
No,
I think she's referencing her, like we're loyal to you too,
okay,
as opposed to being loyal to Hayward.
Okay.
Because this is a division of Sword.
Yeah.
And Thomas, what happens to that damn truck?
Oh, So they were like, "Oh, it's just gonna smoothly go on by. There's not gonna be any issues." And then it goes bam, and then it goes up, and then
bam,
Monica's
bam,
like,
bam,
"Wow!"
bam.
She flies out, and it gets thrown, and Jimmy Woo's like, "Watch out!" And then
I get Jimmy wooed.
You're like a lot
not
of
enough Jimmy Woo in this episode.
Honestly,
that's why
I need more Jimmy Woo.
Uh-huh.
I just need him to say like a lot of vomit, and I'll be fine.
like a lot of them.
Like a lot
He's
of
like,
vomit.
Monica, you went to the thing. Was there a lot of vomit?
So then she decides I can go in. Yeah, and she's like being torn apart. And
That was the part of the show where I was like, it's finally happening. We've been waiting all season.
I need an edit of that scene where Thomas is going.
No, but did you hear Captain Marvel's voice that she went through?
Yes, I did.
Dude, this scene,
yeah.
this scene gave me and Joe chills. It was
It
so
did.
good.
And me too, dude. It was
Yeah?
such a good
Oh, so
scene.
good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, God.
We were like,
Get
I was like,
Twitter
this looks like a
Twitter ready,
psychedelic
Josue.
trip. This reminds me
Yeah.
so much of Harry and Voldemort forming into one. You know that one part?
Oh man,
Deadly Hollows, you know?
All right, Josue, tweet it. Mystery hates photon.
There's my phone.
No, I like showing her powers.
No, you already said. You
It
already
looks
said
like
you
she's
hated it.
wearing
I'm ready to like and
3D game
retweet.
over the Spy Kids 3D game over glasses. It looks just like that when you're
true.
seeing her sights. I'm like, wow,
That's very true.
it looks so
That was
much
good.
like that.
No. Keep talking, guys. Come on. So then she
yeah, that was
finally unleashes her full potential power
White
and
eyes.
like, yes, and she like sees the photons in this world.
Well, it's not
And-
the photons.
No, what is it?
No, because in the comic she's originally known as Spectrum,
Spectrum.
and she's looking at the different spectrums of
light.
Uh,
She didn't become
it's-
photon until later.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm actually wondering if she's gonna go by Spectrum first and
Okay.
then
I
go
think
as
so.
Photon.
But
But
every
I
theory
feel
that
like
I was watching too, they were like saying spectrum. They weren't saying photon.
right, but they have already established that was it Maria Rambeau's
Yeah.
nickname was Photon, so she'll
Photon.
probably name herself after her mom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the photon character didn't come into play until I think Captain Marvel, Kara Danvers, like was away for some time. So then she adopted her own version of
Captain
Captain
Marvel,
Marvel, and she
yeah.
became Photon. And then when she came back, she did her own thing and had her own spin-off series. So,
Right.
Yeah.
but that was
Well-
that. I mean, that scene, dude, I was just like, oh my god! Like when she comes down and then you see her eyes, and I'm like, it's fucking go time, baby! Here we go.
So then we cut to Vision, of course, in the car. There's a Jim Halpert look, and then
That scene was
mystery. What happens with the Monica and Wanda showdown?
But
superhero landing.
okay, well,
What happened?
Yeah, what
What
happened?
happened?
their little showdown. She's
What
like,
happened, Tim?
oh, dude, okay, not much. Okay, there's not much that happened between the two. I don't think she was just like, I could send you out. She's like, no, no, you don't need to send me out. You know, you could have done it already. And then Agnes comes out, and she's like, she's been having a tough day and stuff like that. You know.
Don't you talk to me or my son ever again.
Yeah, whatever. Basically that. Yeah, you know. But you know what's interesting? The
Hmm.
whole crowd is watching.
Yeah.
And then they go back to normal after it's
And
done.
we go back to normal. So is that Wanda
Yes.
controlling the crowd to watch, or is
She
it
wants
because
an audience, dude?
I don't know.
Also, you notice that Dottie comes back in this episode.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I saw.
For a split
Dottie-
second, Dottie's
the,
like,
Yeah.
the mailman comes back too. The
Did you
little
guys see what's
which-
on his hat?
the milkman
I don't know,
slash
man. I
mailman.
feel like the mailman is hiding something.
Did you see
I
what's
think
on
he's
his
working
hat?
with.
Mailman's
I think he's.
Mephisto.
I was reading a theory that like him, the mailman. Who's the friend that was Frankenstein in the Halloween episode?
Oh, Herb.
Ron.
Herb.
Ron. Was it Ron? Is that his name?
Herb.
Burb.
Herb.
Herb.
Oh God.
Burb. Herb and like a couple other people are like actually working with Agatha
Acting all
compared
wonky.
to like Wanda, because like I don't know. That was a theory that I was reading. I was like, oh, it could be demons.
Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
something.
Did you guys see what's on his hat?
I remembered
Old
it. but
Scratch.
Yeah, Scratch.
So let's talk about that
Old
scene.
Scratchy.
So last week we were in Agnes's house. Billy was saying that he likes it there because it's quiet. Because
Your head's
is
quiet too.
on the inside. And then Tommy's like, "Is their mom gonna be okay?" And then she looks at the camera, and that's the last we see of the kids.
She's like,
So did anybody get okay? Did anybody immediately at that scene was like, no, she did not just do what I think she just did?
I hope she did.
Setting up for a bigger storyline.
I'm gonna let Missy
Mephisto
take this part.
confirmed.
I'm gonna let Missy take that part. What happens? What's the thoughts?
To the kids?
No, well, we don't know what she did to the kids.
Well,
what do you think happened to the kids?
Mystery hopes, and this is what everybody thinks, is that Agnes ate
everyone. No, I didn't say eat.
She
I
ate them.
said
she ate them. She ate the kids. That's
a la Hansel and Gretel.
Because in the I guess I mean I
Side of
never read the
Catty.
comics, but apparently in the comics she eats the kids. So I sent Thomas a TikTok that was like, in the comics, Agatha Harkness, she eats Billy and Tommy, and they're like, Marvel wouldn't do that, right? Like,
I hope we take that dark turn.
dude,
It's time. It's time for Marvel to get dark.
That's
Okay, I'm
like really.
I'm
dark.
sorry for the vacuum noise in the background if you can hear that, but
Oh, it's okay. It's
You know-
my uncle's room is right there, so
that's fine.
You know, it's funny you say that, Tim, because I definitely agree with you. It is time that Marvel goes dark, and there's an object in the next scene that you know will be a good implication that we're going dark.
But you guys saw the blood
talking about the
splatter,
book?
right?
I was
saw the
trying to
blood
show him
splatter.
that.
blood
When-
splatter.
When
blood
she's
splatter?
going,
When
she's
Wanda's
going
walking down.
the basement on the.
Oh, it was like
the-
dry blood, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dirt.
Yes, but whose little cage is next to that tarp area?
Yeah, there was dry blood on the wall. I remember seeing that. I'm like, is
Uh-huh.
that? I couldn't tell if it was
did
blood though,
not-
because it looked really, really dark. So I
It
was like, is that
looks- it
blood
looks
or what is
red.
that? Like, did
Yeah.
she just
See,
like?
I
It's a little vomit.
off of what
Like a lot
like
of
I've
it.
seen on
Like a lot of
TikTok.
it?
Like a lot of
The
them?
people are saying that that Scratchy isn't Mr. or was it Senior Scratchy?
Senior Scratchy.
Yeah, that's a different rabbit that was Wiccan turned into a rabbit, and then the cicada was Speed.
That stuff is BS
Yeah,
to me.
I
This-
don't think
That
I
would
think-
make more sense.
He's
I
a
mean,
witch.
Yeah.
But in the comics,
the
when
the fly and the rabbit thing.
I have another thing to say about the
Yep,
fly.
yep.
The fly.
What fly?
On like a
Cicada?
Wikipedia page, it says that Mephisto first like is shown as a fly.
Yeah, I've seen
So
that.
that's why why would they like they
It's a
focus
cicada.
so
Well, that fly though, hold on. If you paid attention at the end too, when they go into her dungeon, that's not the only time you see the fly on the curtain. If you pay attention real
It
closely,
follows.
on one of the pillars, the fly is there.
Yeah.
why would they like focus
So no, but
hard
what I'm
on
saying,
the-
Missy, is I'm agreeing with you on that theory.
Yeah. So the whole thing about Billy and Tommy though is like if that was like Billy and Tommy are the fly, cicada, and the rabbit, why would they focus so hard on the fly but not the bunny?
Well, she's literally.
I think
They
they have,
do.
but they do have equal.
But
time,
Senior
equal
Scratchy
screen
has
time.
been a
They have-
big focus for
No.
a very
Yeah,
long
because
time.
the fly, I mean, the rabbit comes out even before the fly, and then the fly has its little own thing when Wanda's sitting on the couch. Then when they go downstairs, she's holding the bunny again, and you see the fly in the background. So they have about equal amount of screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bunny
Um,
doesn't get like a full like boom.
No, because
period.
because Senor Scratchy has been getting so many
been-
episodes
yeah,
compared to
yeah,
the
he's
fly.
I'll tell you who
So-
the real villain is right now. It's Howard the Duck.
Yes, sir.
Howard the Duck.
What if that's the super special?
Josue is like, it's a possibility.
Is
Yeah,
is so? Is it
perhaps.
the Necronomicon? Is that what they're? Is that what's glowing? The
That
Necronomicon.
is Josue.
No, sir.
Here's a drum roll for you.
Okay, time to put on my thinking cap.
It's the Holy Bible.
Yeah,
It's a complete opposite, actually.
she's like a reverse witch. She's like, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Father, Son,
It's
all
like,
right, let's get the ceremony started in the word of Jesus.
All right.
What I think that book is the Darkhold. Now, for people who don't know what the Darkhold is, it's essentially it's essentially the Necronomicon and like a ancient book of spells that just emanates dark magic, and it's actually created by a demon from hell and he imbues it with just evil. Are you hearing the baby slap?
I am. I'm loving it.
He's trying to explain the Darkhold, dude. He knows.
He's laughing because he's like, "You got it. You finally got it."
He's like, "Dad, I've only been trying to tell you every single episode of the TLEV show. You finally got it."
Yes.
He's like, "This is what I've been trying to tell you." So yeah, the Darkhold is this ancient book that just houses a plethora of evil. And Mr. E, as you were saying, it's time for Marvel to go dark. The Darkhold is the best way to do it because the Darkhold actually has ties to a lot of like Marvel's darker characters like Blade and Ghost Rider and Morbius.
Oh, dang. All 3 characters that have movies coming up. Well, not Ghost Rider, but
Ghost Rider can come back.
Don't touch Nick Cage's Ghost Rider.
If Nick Cage comes back, that's
they
why
already
he hasn't
touched
been
Nick
doing
Cage
interviews.
Ghost Rider.
I know they freaking did, sadly. Yes.
You didn't like
I mean,
that adaptation
technically
of
they
Ghost
kind
Rider?
of did. They brought in Robbie Reyes, which is.
But
I
Nick
like his
Cage
car.
really-
His car was cool.
what
the
do you guys
demon car.
think of all the devil statues or symbols in the pillars? All the
like-
reaching out. No, you didn't see those? Yeah.
TBA.
So-
No, I
was-
saw those.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention. No.
So then, the best intro ever afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she comes out. So okay, wait. I have a question, Josue, because it was kind of a theory that was coming. So the purple,
That's interesting.
I don't know, like the purple light, is that also coming from the book too? Like I don't know, it's to
It looks
represent
orange.
powers or something.
Well, purple
like
light.
If you
Agnes'
see-
magic.
It's orange.
okay, the book was orange. So if you see Agnes's eyes are purple, when she takes over, it becomes purple, all that kind of stuff. Is that why is it purple? Is that because
I think it's to differentiate magic. So like in the final battle between Wanda and Agnes, you can tell who's doing what by the purple and the red. But also it's just canonically that Agnes is always like there's always some color or shade of purple on her. So they just kind of I'm assuming they just imbued her magic with that same color.
what about when we see her, she puts back on the little
The brooch.
brooch. The brooch comes back on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And her hair is a little cray, and she's petting Senor Scratchy, and she's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I don't
yeah."
get the whole hair thing. Like 5 seconds earlier, she's got like a nice
It was like in
flowing
the butt,
hair.
yeah.
And then a minute later, she's like, Batman.
I can't wait for a whole it's like a Voldemort scene of baby Voldemort throwing him in the pot. She's gonna throw Seymour Scratchy in.
I remember what I was
Make
gonna
some
say now.
buddy stew.
Dude, Mephisto's
boy.
gonna come out. Dude, I'm telling you, if that happens, if Senior Scratchy is Mephisto,
We owe you something.
I
I'll be
got
happy.
it.
High five.
Tony, tell us.
So comicbook.com, this is where the source is from, Chris Killian to be exact. The theory of Evan Peters' character.
Not
potenti-
Evan Peters' character though.
Well, I'm talking about it regardless because it has something to do with the Darkhold. It's got something to do with the Darkhold.
Respect.
So the Darkhold he brought up, it's a book from hell, pretty much. They're leading to believe that Evan Peters' character could be the character Cathan, who has a very big tie to that book. Who's another demon from hell. That works closely with like Mephisto and all them. So
okay.
Can I be honest?
that potentially could be Evan Peters'
first.
character. Source
Can I be honest?
comicbook.com.
I would hate that. I would hate that so much.
I have
Why bring
theories about-
Evan Peters if it's not X-Men?
No, so
Yeah.
they
Throw
okay.
a little
Are we
right.
moving-
Yeah, you
are
thought we
we
were going
moving
that
on?
way? No.
I would hate
Are we
that
moving
so
on
much.
to Evan
I would
Peters?
hate it too, though.
I mean, we're not gonna talk Agatha all along.
Oh,
That
okay.
was
Well, you
great.
can't. That was a great intro.
That was a reference to every
a bop.
villain
It's
on
a
every
whole
show
bop.
ever.
little monsters sound.
It's a whole vibe.
But what is it that we see in that sequence? We see that when she first arrives with the plan.
Did you
this is
notice
gonna be a-
when she first arrived, it's a nod to her original costume?
Whoa.
Real quick.
I'm hoping that we get
Yeah.
to see that full costume.
I am too.
I can't wait.
I wanna
That's gonna
see
be
it now.
awesome.
I think the fact that we see from the 1950s episode, then we see in the 1960s that she's messing around.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and we also then see that she's you know, we see that's throwing me off.
It is throwing me off too. I'm like,
We see that. Gosh, I'm completely thrown off. Herb in the third episode.
Yeah.
This is after Herb has already sliced the wall. She flicks Herb.
So why does she do that?
Because
Is
of
it
the
after?
sequence. It's after, because you see the wall has already got the cut through.
Okay.
So then she flicks Herb with her magic, and that's when the scene when she's talking with Herb. So to make Herb look suspicious, like she was being suspicious about, she came here because we're all. I think now there's a reason why that line was never finished. It's because Herb doesn't even know what that was, because Herb was under the spell of Agatha.
Or did we get it answered? It's because we're all Agatha all along.
Because it's Agatha all along. But then we see the next scene. She's having a picnic in front of Wanda's house.
Controlling.
And it looks like her magic is covering all of Pietro's body. So is he really like a character or a demon from the book, or is he a complete character that she made, like a whole being that she
That's
made?
gonna be a dick move
so
from Marvel
weird.
if they do that.
I think Pietro's actually there, but he's probably confused, and her magic is helping influence him to be like, "Hey, I'm your brother."
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm assuming he wouldn't go up to Wanda and be like, "Yo, I know you." He's just like, "Where the hell am I?" But with the little help of Agatha all along, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then one thing I don't get is the fact that she's apparently the one who's been interviewing Wanda.
But it's a male's voice.
That's what Sammy and I'm texting Sammy at the same time because he's watching. Something you got to take in notice too is when she walks down to the basement, the minute she walks down, it goes from show to reality. I thought that was really
with
cool.
the letterbox.
It goes from show to MCU. You know what I mean? So it was I thought that was really cool.
They actually for the voice, the male voice who was asking like, "Do you think you deserve it?" It's actually Catherine Hahn saying that.
Yeah, it's just distorted, right?
It's just distorted. Yeah,
that's so cool.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah,
they did a good job on that.
Oh my gosh, no, I mean, this is what happens when you go to Yale for arts. When you go to Yale Arts and you're a graduate, you're either Meryl Streep or you're Catherine Hahn. Like, oh my gosh,
she's doing well. Incredible. She's doing well.
Absolutely
I
incredible.
loved her in Step Brothers.
I did too, but now I'm starting to see her as Agnes. To be honest, I'm seeing her as Agatha.
See, she had to go off camera to like laugh about that.
She's killing it.
Her and Dale, man, those are two of my favorite scenes, man. Those are hilarious. And did I really punch Derek in the face? Yale right there,
you up there and keep you all warm.
That's Yale right there. Did you really punch Derek in the face?
Oh my God.
There's so many lines I have, but it's not kid friendly.
No, we are live.
I know another line I can stay off right off the bat.
I can't edit off of
No, I wouldn't do that. I know.
But then we have our first post-credit scene.
Oh my God. And let me remind you, this was going to be the episode where I stopped watching the credits because I was getting so fed up.
I'm going to tell you guys Missy and Mr. E's experience, okay?
Yes, tell us.
So we're seeing the end credits, right? And then Evan Peters' name pops up. And I'm like, oh, they're probably just referencing to when you see the back of him, and that's it. And we were going to, like user goes, we were just going to get off.
Well, luckily, before you reveal the post-credit scene, though, let me tell you what I was saying. I was like talking to my dad. I was like, "Hey, Dad, it was funny because Monica Rambeau, she walked over to their house, and so what are they going to explain that like in the next episode?" And right as I finished my sentence, what happens?
Yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, we were going to close it out, but she was on her phone. I was on my phone. Like wow, that was crazy. And then it popped up. I'm like, oh.
I hope the next 3 episodes is the post-credit scene.
Okay, I have a theory. But who wants to explain the whole post-credit scene? I don't have to do that.
Yeah, go for it, Tony. I'm done.
Monica. Talking. So, like I said, I was my questions left after Monica. We saw her walk over to Agnes's house after they left, and so my question was like, oh, what's she gonna do? I hope she kind of like busts in and saves the day or anything. But so we see her walk over to the house, She ends up going to the side where there's a little basement door,
Mhm.
and she opens the door and looks down and kind of sees it looks all sketch and stuff. And then the camera pans to them, and we see Evan Peters, and he looks at her and goes, "Snooper's gonna snoop," and she kind of goes, and then it just ends.
I would have loved when she opens that like basement door. I would have loved the oh hell no and like closes the door.
Oh hell no!
All right, I'm leaving the hex.
I'm not going Stranger Things here.
There's still another key player that hasn't entered the battlefield yet, and that's Vision himself too.
That's gonna be scary when he enters the battlefield. Okay.
So things we noticed in this scene.
What'd you notice?
It's all bush.
Well, I mean, one is like the Agnes's car isn't from New Jersey.
Oh,
That's a very good attention.
Where's
to
it
detail
from?
right there.
Yeah, the license plate is a Connecticut license plate.
No friggin' way! And Connecticut is the most haunted state in the Union. So,
in the Union?
In the United States.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
State of the Union address.
That's where.
So this is
Beetlejuice
what I
takes
have to
place in
say.
Connecticut.
Then this is where I'm gonna leave it. Snooper's gonna snoop. Okay.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
That's where you're gonna leave it at?
You didn't see that coming?
I don't think Mr. Quicksilver or whoever he is referencing Snooper's gonna snoop to Monica. I think he's referencing that to himself. Snooper's gonna snoop, and he's heading the same direction.
He's the good guy.
So maybe they're both
Snoopers.
Snoopers.
Wait,
and then
wait,
Snoop
wait,
Dogg's
wait.
gonna come out of nowhere. He's
Wait,
like, "Someone call my
can
name."
you can you repeat that, Tim?
Okay, Snooper's gonna snoop, right?
did poorly,
We
but
know
he
the
did.
line. I think that Evan Peters, Quicksilver, is heading in there also because he's like, it's time to do some saving.
Yeah, they're gonna tease.
Ah,
I
the
don't
Revengers
think
back.
it left us hanging because they want us to think no, because all that kind of
Anakin.
no, exactly. But like we said, Snooper's gonna snoop, and so maybe he's snooping around too. He has his own agenda,
They're gonna start their own team.
and he knows he's in the wrong. Maybe he was sent down there also.
Either
There's
that,
maybe another person
or
spewing
listen,
around.
Tim,
you
I
know?
think Snoop Dogg is gonna make a cameo appearance. Like,
I
yo,
hope so.
someone,
I
someone
hope
call my name, Gin and Juice, and no, all right, I'm outie.
Now we noticed that we don't hear Pietro's, that sound that he makes when he runs.
So he was already there.
because he was probably walking over. He's like, "Oh, what up?"
What
So
a
he was dressed up like
They
that.
talk about the fact
Oh.
that he also might be Agnes's son, Nicholas Scratch.
Senor
Anyone
Scratch?
know that? No, Nicholas. That's
Nicholas
an actual
Scratch?
character.
I want to
Agnes's
hope
son.
that Evan Peters Quicksilver is actually a good guy.
It has to be Quicksilver.
They
It
have
has
to. Everybody would
And
revolt
this
because
is-
it's Evan Peters, and it's Quicksilver.
And he's like, "Let's do this, Monica."
Now,
'Cause-
what do? Oh, I'm sorry.
Wadonga.
Here's the thing with Monica, right? She has all her powers now, right?
No,
Well, she's got some of it, right? She's got some of it.
I'm assuming she has all her powers, but she doesn't know how to use them all.
There we go. That's what I was gonna say. So she can't just go in there and go use all her powers like she's a pro at it.
Mm.
I don't think. So again, that's where maybe Vision will come in. Vision will come save the day, but at the same time, I don't think. I think Vision. We're gonna be facing his end very soon. They're gonna need a little bit of Vision inside Senior Scratchy Pot to make Mephisto. You know, a mix of Vision, a mix
Take
of
the shoulder
maybe
again.
maybe some bloodline a little bit, some family members to make a big Mephisto.
By the way, did you guys ever see this? I know this is
Yeah.
kind of off topic,
Cook
but did you
it
ever
all
see
together.
this old interview of Elizabeth Olsen from Age of Ultron press where she actually explained her perfect Scarlet Witch
Yeah,
show, and
yeah.
this is the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like she was a
exactly.
writer on the show, if anything.
So yeah,
No!
That's
there was-
evil. That's
there was
witches
my
right there.
one theory. I'm done with that part.
That's Agatha Harkness right there.
My one.
My
one.
All right, what do you guys think? Where are we going with the next episode? What's happening?
Oh man, what isn't gonna happen? The stage
What
is
is
set,
gonna
man.
happen?
I mean,
Honestly, I agree.
I think there was one part in like I'm sorry, Thomas hates when I do this too. the very first ever trailer we got for the show when they announced it, well, there's one little clip of Wanda looking at something blue. I think Agnes is going to take control of her somehow, or she already did. I think
Seems like she has already, right?
Yeah, she's gonna take control, and I think Wanda is going to be like the big bad they got to try to stop, but from Agnes's control, because she's trying to further her process of getting. I'm hoping to God Mephisto reincarnated or whatever. So I'm thinking the next episode is going to be probably Vision having to save, if Evan Peters' character is bad.
Yeah.
Vision having to save Photon from Evan Peters. Darcy is going to have a role in it somehow. She's still driving to Westview if she even gets there on time. We don't even know.
That's a good point.
But Darcy's going to probably have a role in it, so she'll probably use her brain to the power. So it would be Vision, Photon, and Darcy of some sort. Trying to rescue Wanda. And then episode 9 is going to lead up to something I think even more massive. Then it's going to set up probably potentially Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, the rest of Phase 4, because it seems like we're really pointing towards this whole dark multiverse thing of Phase 4, which I'm really loving the style of so far. Or it may set up the future of like the next shows, or I don't know, who knows. But I think we're going to see a lot of
nothing.
It could set up nothing. It could just end like, yeah, we that's it. That's over. Nothing.
Here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hope you guys
Even though
enjoyed
there's
the
been
show.
talks about a season 2 or that it leads into.
I don't see how they can do
Mom.
a season 2 of this.
They said that they wouldn't. So yeah, that
So,
seems like it's pretty.
Something I at least think is gonna happen, especially like coming towards the end. Maybe not next episode, but the episode after that. I think definitely, especially after they announced that what is it, Avengers Assemble, or
that's
the making of WandaVision.
That's gonna be cool. I'm so excited for that.
So I think that might have been a nod, Assembled to Avengers Disassembled, where
that was a good story.
Where Wanda goes bat poop crazy, and Doctor Strange comes out and he's like, "Yo, calm yourself," and then he puts her in a trance.
Chill, homie.
I think that might actually lead into Multiverse of Madness, better known as Mom. And
oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then because they say that she's gonna be the villain in Mom, so it would make sense that she breaks out of the trance and she's like, "Strange, I'm pissed, bro. You had me in a trance for like all of Black Widow movie and more. All right, come on, let's throw it down, dog."
I'm just saying this. Keep this in mind. They have not, since the start of this show, not let us forget about the events of Age of Ultron. So something in that film is going to play a massive part in the next 2 films.
James Spader's still
kind of James Spader. I have not heard his voice once in this damn season so far. So.
There are no strings on me.
I don't know.
It's going to be Pinocchio.
Oh,
They're going to set the Pinocchio
I just thought
film.
of something.
Oh, his brain.
Freaking Tom Hanks is going to come out.
What if Hayward's big weapon is Ultron because it's a sentient weapon?
Didn't I say that? Didn't we say that already?
Yeah, he did say that.
He's got daddy brain. It's okay.
He's tripping out of his own theory.
Yeah, going off of what you guys have said, I think there is going to be a lot that's going to be happening in the next 2 episodes. Tony, with what you're referring with the trailer. Yes. Our last shot is that we're seeing Agatha put Wanda in a trance. I'm still hoping for that scene that's going to be like a showdown, a battle of the minds, battle of wit, where it's going to be, in Wanda's brain. It's going to be them fighting over all of her memories and everything.
But pay attention to that shot in the trailer. It kind of looks like Wanda from the end credit scene of Winter Soldier. Like she's wearing kind of like that costume and stuff. So
like I said a few podcast episodes ago, I'm still really hoping that there's going to be like a sequence similar to Doctor Strange when his eyes open from the Ancient One, or when Mysterio puts Spider-Man through a train. I think there's gonna be something like that with Agatha in the next episode. Going off of
Thomas, I agree.
Yes,
what you got to say, Miles?
Tell me, Miles.
Tell me the theories, Miles.
Yes, you know everything, Miles.
A goo. There are no strings on me. You don't even know who I am.
High alert.
But the cameo, I was walking yesterday and I thought, what exactly as humans do. I was walking.
I float.
And do you float like Wanda?
No, like Thanos in his chair.
Oh, there we go. I was thinking, Elizabeth Olsen said that we're gonna have this big Luke Skywalker cameo, and Paul Bettany said that Quicksilver was not that cameo. That cameo's still coming, and I keep thinking, like, what could be this big cameo?
I'll add this to your theory too. Paul Bettany also said this character has never been introduced in the MCU.
And he said it. And he said it's an actor he's been dying to work with for life.
Nexus has the big X. Nexus is a reference to
Magneto,
X-Men, or Professor X.
Which one?
Sir
Patrick Stewart. I don't think Paul Bettany wants to really work.
And here's why. Listen. I am on board with Stewart and them too. I am. But I think, and I was reading up on that, like about Magneto and Professor X being brought into the MCU. The only issue was they want to keep those characters relevant for enough years to carry a franchise and to carry films for the future to go. And since they kind of are already up there in age, and since we're dealing with COVID times and stuff, it's going to be really hard to work with those actors, because
that's what I'm thinking too.
The fact of them being older and stuff, and kind of Patrick Stewart's really busy with his Picard show, and I don't think whatchamacallit wants to come back and really play that role again.
Ian McGregor?
Yeah, I don't think he's really interested in doing much of anything anymore, to be honest.
He wants to be old.
Yeah, he just wants to be old and die already. But he just wants to live out the rest.
He
wants to live out the rest of his life till death.
Ian McKellen is not just waiting to die.
He's just living his life.
He's in his dirty 30s right now.
Let me get to what I'm going to say, though. Kevin Feige has had talks with both Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy to potentially come back to reprise their roles. Now, I loved Michael Fassbender as Magneto, and I think he was a fantastic Magneto. Just some of the content he was given, material was, it wasn't the best, but he found a way to carry that material and still make it the best. So I think it's going to be them two that come back if they do come back. Same with James McAvoy. He did a really good job as Professor X. And the reason why I say them two is because they're still in their prime. They're still young enough to carry a franchise 10 to 15 years down the line.
Thomas, how would you feel about this? All right. Let's say, all right, hold on. Let me set the scene for you. All right.
Yes.
It's the end of WandaVision. Wanda has exploded the multiverse. The multiverse is cracking and fracturing, and a bunch of portals are being opened into this world, right? Floats in Professor X, Patrick Stewart, but because of entering this world and because of Quicksilver entering, he goes, what's popping, y'all? And then he's like, "Ugh!" And then he transforms into James McAvoy.
Oh, he was taking a dump.
Like,
would that be
like when you see like the silhouette from the portal? It's Sir Patrick Stewart, and then when he crosses.
Yes.
From the portal, that it turns into.
It's got to be the chair he used in Days of Futures Past.
Would that be good? Would that satisfy you?
I think I would be satisfied from that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I understand your plight. I would love.
No, I'm with you, Thomas. I would love to see those two actors. I'm on the same page with you.
You told me Sir Ian McKellen's waiting to die.
He's waiting.
He's in his dirty 30s. I said that already.
Okay.
Someone Vision's always wanted to work with, and he's an older actor too.
Yeah.
So
Paul Bettany would not want to work with Sir. Why would Paul Bettany want to work with James McAvoy more than Sir
Michael Fassbender? Maybe Michael Fassbender has done
different.
Yeah, he saw Split in Glass. He's like, I want to work with that guy, dude. I want to split with him.
Same.
I want to split with him.
I want to sing where James McAvoy takes his shirt off and goes.
Michael
Fassbender watched Alien, and he was like, I want to freaking work with that android.
Has Vision and Doctor Strange ever been in the same present?
No.
No, but he already said it's not Doctor Strange, right?
I think it is everybody. I think Marvel wants everyone to think it's Doctor Strange, but then they're gonna throw us a big curveball.
Yeah.
I mean, still on the table that Doctor Strange says, Wanda, we need your help. Who's we? Boom, 3 Spider-Men. But that would be that'd be too crazy.
I can see maybe one Spider-Man. It's Tobey Maguire.
Oh, snap. It's not even Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. It's Tobey Maguire. He's like, look who I got with me. Remember this guy in the Raimi trilogy?
She's like, who?
Yeah, he comes and starts doing
He
the
walks in
dance.
doing that.
She's like, oh, okay. That makes sense.
Through the
comes
portal,
out.
he's like,
He comes out going, ooh.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Don't put some dirt in your eyes. He's like, I want the staff job.
He looks at Agnes. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eyes, Agnes.
There you go.
Well, let us know in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts on the surprise cameo? What are your thoughts on everything so far that's been happening with this show, or what we've talked about this episode with California theme parks, and with the trailers, the Cruella? Do you think Cruella is going to be another Joker? Let us know. Thank you so much.
Batted an eye.
No, hey, yeah. We live in a dog society. All right.
Put some dirt in your eye.
Thank you all
You know
so
what I
much
am.
for tuning in. What, are you dog chasing cars?
I'm a dog chasing cars. I caught one. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yes. Thank
Rough,
you all for
rough.
tuning in. And we'll see you next Sunday.
Have you been entertained?
Oh.
Hey.